Ah, just hadn't refreshed there. But yeah, we are indeed once again alive upon the internet. As I alter the focus a little bit, because this one's a little bit off. Sun has come through. We'll hide away from it down here. Oh, it's down there as well. Yeah, I can. I mean, I can do something about that, but let's not. Let's not while we are alive upon the internet. Yeah, let's be in PTS for a second. I likely won't do much in PTS. I still wanted to check something, but actually at this point I've also kind of forgotten what I was gonna go check. So, uh, mm, meaning I am an idiot, which, you know, we all know. We all know I'm an idiot. I'm a forgetful dumbass. With a white forehead. That's the sun poking through and my light not being able to fight it all the way, because that's how sunlight works. It's a big ball of fire. A little cell phone light is not going to be. But we'll just deal with it. It's gonna go away likely, either just because it's winter and it's gonna go behind some clouds, or it's about to leave the local area anyway, because yeah, like it's not here. Yes. There was actually something I wanted to check out. Several things actually. Just to make sure that yeah, everyone's things about them is first of all just trying out Doctor Home, because I haven't just personally done it yet. Just making sure that everybody's claims about them are all correct, which I'm gonna guess they are, but sometimes they aren't. So let's double check them. Actually, I'd swapped logging to second account. I should have actually just gone to main account, or account number one, but I didn't. Although actually this works out because they do have most of the exotics in their inventory, but the Doctor Home likely not. Oh. Why am I? Why was I looking at LMG? Okay, it seems a little bit silly because also it's triggering. I mean, it's how the wording implies it as well. It's applying to other people's headshots. So normally you would mark them, anybody could kill them. It would give you the thing. Now it seems to be, while the mark is up, you just get the healing. So, yeah. That is... So pair this, just think at right, for instance, or lovebirds even. Like, instead of that Scorpio, you just mark them with a lefty first, you leave out the opportunistic, and just... Or you leave out the 7-shot from... I mean, we usually don't put 7-shot anyway on right or on the lovebirds, really, so... There's no loss there. We still put opportunistic, we still put sledge on them, and then you just swap to the thing, and everybody's headshotting, like the lovebirds and stuff. Because healing is actually sometimes a concern there, especially with some of the bullshit that they sometimes do. What they should have done is actually, yeah, just play with that mark length. Like, every enemy should have been it. One of the downsides of it is it was always pretty short. Like, it was always pretty short duration. Because especially in countdown or something, if you could have one person, or like even the FI, instead of being a Scorpio stick, if they could like mark all the enemies and they would stay long enough for them to die, because the thing is, it's that and then it's gone. But then, yeah. It's very much overkill. There's also from anybody's headshots is the thing there. So once they're marked, like only I need to mark them, but then if a marked target is headshotted, any source. Imagine raid bosses getting headshot by 8 people with Ouroboros at like dozens of times a second. Yeah, invincibility is the result. Like unless you're getting hit in one hit to your health gate and dying from that. it's not doing it. The other thing I kind of wanted to mess about with is one of the standout weapons, I feel. I'm gonna put it as a Gen 2. She has a Gen 2, right? She has a Gen 1 glass. But I don't want to run glass. I want to run obliterate. Let's run a Gen 2. Yeah, I know this one well enough as well. We're gonna grab something I don't grab often, which is that. Which is a Camleon. Flip these two around. Replace the LMG. Actually, well, we'll keep the LMG. Nah, actually, I want to put it up against the FAMAS. Actually, I want to put it up against the Elmo, mostly. That's the wrong one. Actually, no, that's the right one. I'm awake, except not really. I had to get up arm patches? What? What's this? Craftable arm patches? Sure. I mean, why not? Reconfigure. Camleon. X button still broken. Yeah. Is there actually any other exotic I really want to test, kind of? Capacitor as well. Don't care about any of the SMGs. Nothing's gonna really compete with Oreo in that category. Actually, we should try the Bullet King as well. Scorpio with Detox is gonna be pretty sweet as well. It's basically a 7% buff to it, kind of. That's range. Same dude. Nemesis. You know what? Let's go grab the King of the Bullets. Must be a reason why they are the King of the Bullets. Except there wasn't really ever before. This is alphabetical, right? Yes. We went past it way early. And hey there, Omni. Okay, we're going for a crit chance. Because of course we are. Hey. So. And this needs to be just reconfiguration. Just balance all of these out and let us just pick them instead of re-rolling. My brain could not process what was happening there because there was a word there that wasn't optimization and I was trying to optimize. Yeah, I can. There is a cache, right, that gives a billion of those. That one, or is it just all of them? Oh wait, this has. You know what? We'll take one of each.
I'm happy to have made a deal.
And annoyingly deal with that, and then that as well. Escape.
Looking to deal?
Oh, this. And then
Glad we got that settled.
let's have some inventory space. You know what? Let's not litter. Okay, yeah, I gave these kind of things. Assault rifles. Is it this thing going from the annoying thing that it had of way too much crit chance to reasonable amounts of crit chance? I mean, well, just having the same crit chance there, but then also, I mean, it still has this, or it's on headshot, right? Yeah, this headshot one, but then you just go like, screw this 20 crit chance. This 50 crit damage is nice. So. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of testing here, and likely afterwards, I'm testing. I'm just gonna run around with these things, see how they feel. We're not really doing numerical testing, just how does this thing feel on a build I know very well. Again, to obliterate. Also not putting them on Striker, because Striker always kind of, I mean, first of all, it just murders everything way too fast. Second of all, it stacking thing, like if you're not continuously paying attention to its stacking, it's actually kind of hard to tell what is and isn't actually happening. Bounties and CPs, we remember that we're scaling always kind of correctly. Open world kind of, I'm not sure, kind of don't feel it's heroic. It might be challenging, but why would it be challenging? Because although maybe that's just the base of it or something. Because yeah, none of my characters would be set to challenging if it was like taking the save over. But also it's dropping purple loot everywhere, so maybe it's not even that. But CPs and bounties and stuff seem to like be the difficulty that they, oh well, we don't see the world difficulty, so one of the things what I was wondering why I'm like rambling like that, but yeah, the world difficulty thing isn't here. I can't change world difficulty. I'm pressing and holding Z and tapping Z and Zing it up, but nothing. So yeah, you can't change world difficulty, you can't reset the world, you can't change directives. We're stuck on this. Now we're gonna go murder 3 sergeants. I have come to murder your face. Yeah. So this chameleon isn't with a suppressor. This chameleon is with a silencer. For once, the actual term silencer is correct because it's like the echo of the shot is still there. But like the actual, what is even happening there? Like the echo, like with the FAMAS, it's just like the echo is there and the main bullet shot, but here it's just, oh, we fixed it. Yeah, that was a weird sound. Come to kill your face! Because it is actually, Chameleon wasn't never truly bad. It still has range issues, of course, and stuff. It's not good now. Like, don't let that be your takeaway from this, especially when we have a new top dog in the category anyway, with the F2000, and Elma was always there anyways. Oh yeah, I wanted to try the EB. Oh, I don't have an EB on this. Of course I can get one from the cache. That was a roller coaster of a thought. Oh, I want to try the EB. Oh, I don't have an EB. Oh, I can get an EB. Up, down, up, down. Left, right, left, right. VA stack. Actually, it's up, down, down, right? Actually, there's two different codes, right? One is up, down, left, right, select, start, BA, AB. Then there's up, down, down. The classic is up, down, down. So we killed. That's also the downside of this. We've killed a wave outside. We've killed 2 waves inside. Chameleon still has not reached any of its buffs. It's about to hit the headshot one. So kind of gonna go for body shots actually first. I'm going for too many headshots. What am I even?
Shot on go. Let's waste them.
Gunner.
Serious trauma.
Man, that accuracy. Where you?
Agent down.
Wait, was I out of ammo and reloading? Oh, this is my death.
Medical assistance needed.
A little bit too aggressive. Does the thingies do safe spaces reset it? Actually, I use this chameleon so little. I'm gonna guess safe spaces will, or shared spaces will reset amounts, right? I'm gonna guess that as well, likely. Wait, let's try that because I actually don't know. Just gonna put a few stacks on it just so it's visible.
Engaging with grenade. They won't see us coming. We have one less.
But where did what? Sir?
Serious trauma detected.
Luckily, he didn't go far enough to flank me.
You can't see.
Oh yeah, actually, the thing I want to do, but I need to be out of combat to do that. Maybe if he doesn't shoot me. There we go. We had enough there to have a visible, like, thing on it. Just want to know if shared spaces reset it. That I'm pretty sure already always reset it. Actually, maybe not. This Striker doesn't reset on that either. Right, shared spaces definitely do. Oh, actually, I'm going to a bounty that is not there. And yeah, it's
Target near you.
let's attempt again. And preferably with at least 50% less downs.
Like this.
Man, really doesn't even have the accuracy that other. I remember the chameleon. I remember this piece of shit. Although now it's not a piece of shit anymore. It's like, you know, it's a piece of piss. Is piss less worse than shit? I don't know.
There. They're coming around the side.
You know what? When the buff is active, which is now, like the mid buff is active, that 90 weapon damage, it's pretty okay.
Vital signs critical.
And yeah, it retains it. It resets in combat to full. So as long as you're fighting short battles, it can actually have a very high uptime. Because the second, like if you had half full and then you reset or you get out of combat, then you basically have a full one. At least that's my understanding. I haven't actually ever tested it if it's like still the full duration or if it's actually a reduced duration. Does seem to be a full. Actually, that's not hard to test if we really wanted to. Shoulder swap, thank you. Corner peeking, still effective. Was that my shift button? No. Just didn't want to shoulder swap till I released ADS. But here, for instance, we're being kept in combat. I aggroed the team above us. So yeah, now it's going to run out of duration. So it's controllable depending on what you do. Like if you're doing territory controls or something. But then if like a team comes in or like a patrol comes in and keeps you in combat, then you do still lose it and stuff. Just going to wait for that. Let's not be bad.
You think that's gonna save you?
That healing thing is actually in a perfect spot for me. Let's fall back one.
Stay calm. I'm here.
Wait, was there a second one? Yeah, there was.
Break down cover fire.
You are running away.
Really?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I can add the cough the whole time, so I'm just holding off for that. Sir, could you not LMG me? I know you're buffed by 20%, but I'm gonna assume the healing thing is off of that guy. Really, med packed.
I'm reloading.
3 names. Like this is the thing why I love tech tanks. Like I hate dealing with this with the red. Like I can. That's not the issue. I can burn through this. With a tech tank, I just push into this and just murder them. I don't need to wait for them to come out of cover for this LMG, like dealing with this LMG the whole time. Having a medic pick up the thing I just killed a second ago. That healing pack is in a spot I can't shoot. I don't really have a way of dealing with that thing. I could hot swap to a jammer pulse, like that would be the play, really. But I'll take a different play, which is just shoot me.
Agent killed.
Like those are the situations where I'm like, why do people play red builds solo? Like, I take 1,000 times going a minute slower per bounty over having one of those situations. Let's actually, let's try the eagle. I haven't tried the eagle at all with D-Talk. And it's buff.
That was
In the here somewhere. I think it went into my inventory most likely.
good to see you.
Actually, let's keep a Regulus 2. Let's keep Eagle 2. A Rav as well. Deconstruct the rest. What did they even come with? Ability. Well, go fix that up. Rav. Optimal. I hadn't even thought about this, but a Regulus is also, of course, getting a buff. It had headshot, right? First stat normally.
Hi.
Reconfigure. Is it a chameleon? I mean, it's a good mid-ranger, but mid-range as in like, you know, it's B tier, not mid-range as in actual range. But yeah, that didn't feel when it doesn't have a buff, it's just like you're shooting a weak gun without a buff, and then when it does have a buff, it does go above like a weapon, like a FAMAS with strain and stuff, but it's so awkward getting there. It takes forever, and then you try to keep it, and then you accidentally lose it in combat. I don't have the blueprints for all the 3
I'll
weapons that
have
I'm
to
trying
stop.
to find here.
If you need to
That's what's
craft
going on.
something, I can help you out. Bye.
Because, yeah, this character, this account has never done the raids. I just always have done them on my main account. So. The Ravenous, that's the one I was looking for. I need to play around with. Although, I mean, we're not giving them really a time. Like, if you testing weapons, you really need to just spend some time with them. Just grab each LMG, each AR, and just go and like play a day with them. Give me the data. I want the data. Hey there, Rosie. I'm gonna guess that was as at the time I was dying or something. There's a very advanced tactic of standing up and getting shot, most likely. Yeah, the most advanced of tactics. Just reset. It's the speedrunner's thing, you know. The best tactic is a good reset. What was a normal unrav, actually? I don't even remember. We can have a look later on. But yeah, well, we'll spend a little hour or so here just to also refamiliarize myself with some of the numbers from here. I'll likely just go for 2 or 3 hours at most. I want to leave some time, basically till 6 my time, which is like 3 hours from now at most. Leaving myself a little space to, because I'm free for most of the day, so I could stream all day, but I'm gonna make a rambling talk, basically my thoughts on the PTS, also just showing the things we made yesterday, the chart and stuff, and going through it in a video form, kind of, you know, in a bit more setting, and then giving everybody the links and stuff for those things. And I am, oh yeah, actually that as well, so that's also why I was on this account. We'll go back to just non-PTS, although nothing's been changed really about about that build. Have I just been zoning out and I missed the detox, or are we just getting shafted here? I feel we're getting shafted. It was like, oh yeah, yes, you know, you are getting shafted here. Let me give you what you're after. A Regulus. That's what's the other one. Although, I mean, Regulus not gonna feel any different, really. Like, this isn't the weapon that you really use in that way. You're not gonna notice that it has more damage because it was already killing. Anyway. And it's not gonna be more damage that you're gonna kill with one shot less on elites or something. Maybe. Maybe. Would you take anything else on this, actually, maybe? You would take DTH maybe on this, right? For Headhunter? If you're not doing the glass. Like, if you're going glass, detox makes sense, but if you're going... I wonder how much DTH would even raise it. I'll leave that up to others, too. I have half of room is likely already calculated. Because DTH does feed into the calculation of Headhunter for some weird reason. So. And of course, we all know the real speedrunners would take rate of fire. You know, 5% faster shots between shots. Let's go, EB, my main gun. Well, yeah. I'm gonna guess actually. So EB is both getting a buff and it's getting an extra buff by being an exotic that had headshot as its third, right? So normally, yeah, that's headshot as its third. So now it gets to have detox instead, which is, yeah, quite. Even if your headshotting is like, even with 100% headshot, that's going to be, depending on build, of course, it's going to be at the very least, because base it will have 75 on a level 40 character, so it's at the very least it's like a 6% increase in damage, on top of the 50% RPM it got by being P416. Oh, we did that one. Oh, actually, yeah. So we're talking about it, and I'm forgetting about it. EB, the bearer of eagles. I come bearing eagles. Wait, not news? No, eagles. The eagles are bearing the news, but I'm bearing the eagles. An eagle bear? An owl bear wolf? Informing rate is 25 in February. Yep. Yeah, and also, yeah, we're gonna have increase to 25 as well. 25, man, that's actually a lot. That's actually like 20, like, I mean, it's 5 more than the 20 we had, but yeah, just 25 more damage, basically 24 more weapon damage, specific weapon damage, or actually all weapon damage, actually. It's actually quite a bit since we started. Optimization. Assault rifles. The bearer of eagles. Yeah, let's detox them up. Rifles. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be spending enough time here to really make an informed comparison, but we'll just, you know, just shoot them and someone and go like, hey, does this feel stronger? Although we can already say, yeah, headshots going to a detox, especially with the eagle bearer, or yeah, because you are still body shotting, you're likely still hitting a body here and there. I mean, there's helmets even and stuff where you can't even headshot them anyway. So, but yeah, actually, so let's start with the eagle bearer, and then we'll go back to the bullet king because we skipped over the bullet king. The chameleon did feel significantly stronger, I feel, than it used to. Because it felt almost like a normal high-end weapon there, but it never felt like that. Kind of want to do open world stuff. That's going to put it all over there anyway. Let's go over here and murder these guys. Yeah, license running with speed, just wipe. Yeah. We're wiping. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how that goes. Yeah. So.
I know you didn't originally want to be transferred to the White House. How have things been going for you?
Fine. You're right.
Oh, was that on the regular screen in the USP? Yeah, I'm gonna guess the cap, increasing the cap, especially with DTH, is gonna be quite handy. Where did I put it? Oh, we put it there. So one of the things that the Eagle Bearer still will have, though, because it is ahead, of course, on those burst tables. Let's actually bring up one of those burst tables. Actually, you know what? Well, you know what's faster, actually? There we go. Because I'm like starting my Google Drive and stuff, and I just instead, you know what? Let's use the link I have provided for others. Let's use it myself. Because yeah, this is the thing we made yesterday. it's well, actually, so for those that are wondering where I am, we normally have the burst sustain tables. This is the thing I make and maintain. We put a new file in there, copy of the main file, which has all the alterations in it. So all the green numbers is things, actually technically as well, red numbers somewhere, yeah, red numbers. So all the green numbers were their stated changes, and like there was, and there's a few red ones, only in rifles, really only two, which were unstated changes. So all of them are in there. Eagle Bearer, of course, moved up by a lot on its burst and sustain. But the thing to keep in mind, because I saw already some other people using these and going like, whoa, look how much the Eagle Bearer is. Eagle Bearer is 10 crit chance, 15 crit damage. Elmo is 20 crit chance, 15 crit damage. That still goes on top of this, basically. So this is, of course, just keeping, this is just their base plus their RPM. It's not putting in their mods. Actually, we might even have a look at, because yeah, let's actually make that later in a little bit. Well, I wanted to make a chart. We already made one, a calculation, multi-calc with FAMAS F2000 and Elmo. And then going from that to adding in as well EB. Because they're on a build, on an actual strike as well. Because of course for F2000 you kind of have to give up an extra crit chance spot, so it's different than a FAMAS, just because it beats it outright on a burst table does not mean that it beats it on a build. Maybe what actually that might be a good idea, but we'll do that actually when we update it. Although by that time I've likely already forgotten this idea. But it should maybe on the exotics. Because one of the things that I do already is on weapons that are that are 1 crit chance less, I put like -1 mod. So it's easy to see which ones have like less crit chance available to them. I should maybe start putting next to the exotics how much crit chance, crit damage. Might be a good thing.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Actually, I should have put a little bit of expertise on it, because most of the weapons I'm used to on this account are at least 10. But yeah, I know this build well enough to, with and without expertise, to kind of have a little bit of an informed opinion. Although, of course, I'm just not spending enough time on them here to like, really have an opinion. But if there's like a super standout, because basically the F2000 did feel like it stood out. It felt as strong as a FAMAS with 10 rounds more. Which then we went into the numbers and kind of saw that it was that actually numbers wise as well, just not just by feel. Although of course the EB has the same of having plus 10 rounds. Let's have that. Although of course the Elma has plus 20 rounds actually, as we were also kind of like comparing it to that. Yeah, I don't think EB. I mean, EB will slot in kind of next to. I could see this for solo play the same way like we already use it already in DZ, or like a lot of people would use it as their secondary just for group fights. So if you're going solo against groups, if you can get a kill in and get tenacity triggered, you can kind of use that to get at least 2 or 3 down, and then you'll die from tenacity. Because that's the thing, in PvE, you're gonna die from tenacity. Like unless you really are super like in tune with this weapon, you're gonna die from tenacity so often. Like that was already always the case. That was even the case like back in the day, like back when it was actually overpowered. It was.
That's the target agent.
Because I feel in the same way that EBing or Oreoing yourself running out of ammo has become kind of like standard verbiage now. I feel the same is gonna happen with I E-beat myself, which means yeah, I got tenacity, I got too confident, I didn't realize how much damage I was taking, and I didn't mitigate it, and combat didn't end, and I'm dead.
Target spotted, Sheriff.
This feels yeah, this feels pretty good actually. Why did you have artillery turret?
Hostile artillery turret detected.
I know Hollywood is like active in normal game, but still.
Serious trauma detected.
Okay.
Like you earned
Saved by the out of combat.
Well done.
Because that was always the gameplay thing with EB, is just like, just try to kill everything, hope there's no patrols around, get out of combat. Otherwise you're getting mad. But of course your hive gets you back up. And then you're never getting down. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting on there. Accidentally kept that alive. Let me catch up here. Oh, hey, there's still EB best PR. Yeah. It's the greatest of all time, except that time, like those 2-3 years, it wasn't the greatest. Like, it's the greatest of all time, except if you ignore some of the time. Are you trying to give Stellar an existential crisis? Like, he's like now going like in real life, like, am I the real Stellar? Am I truly Stellar? But yeah, that's indeed the real Stellar. Yeah, sorry about that. We had the burst and sustain thing up. I went back to the OBS or like the stream manager on Twitch, and then I forgot to flip the views because I'm like barely awake. I had to get up actually very early and go do some work, and then I got to have a nap. But actually, I'm basically just awake. Is how you could see it. I mean, everything's easier to use than Division 1. Division 1 actually had recoil. Division 1 rifles and stuff as well kind of were kind of hard to use. It needs to be the best AR. I would disagree with that though. Like it needs to be able to be competitive, but I wouldn't want it to be the best. I kind of am actually not that happy as well personally, or like from a game design perspective with Oreo. The thing is that a lot of people won't have it. It creates a divide between the better players and the less good players, because the good players are already going to go do raids and stuff, and then it kind of feels bad for the other ones for no real gain really, because the people that have EB and stuff, they'll still use it as long as it has a use, basically, as long as it has an effective use, which EB always still had. In DZ it was still a very effective weapon, especially for solo players and stuff. In conflict as well, for going up against like multiples. Like if you get it to trigger, you could kind of roll off onto the next enemy and murder them as well. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. Like it shouldn't be the best weapon. It should be like but it should be competitive. It should be like next to a FAMAS, but then it should do like what it does basically. Like it's a different playstyle thing, so you can have the tenacity, can carry it. But actually, tenacity is a kind of cool thing, especially for more advanced players as well. So EB was really well made, I feel. It kind of fell behind just when the buffs happened. So it just didn't go along with the rest of them. Although of course its big nerf came from gear going into gear 2.0. Yeah. So EB really does feel a lot stronger. I'm not gonna run the Rav. I don't want to click that much. Also, yeah, I don't want to spend way too much time. Still want to kind of feel what this does. The Bullet King, because the Bullet King actually. So, is this bad still? Kind of. Versus a normal LMG, because the Negev is already not the greatest LMG just on base damage. But now, at least if you can have crit chance here instead of that dumb crit damage, you can at least pair it in the same way with normal weapons. You have 14.5 crit chance here, so it's basically the same as a normal weapon. And then you're giving up a talent here, which on a lot of LMGs, you end up going fast hands or steady-handed anyway. So this competes on that, and then you have a little bit of replenishment there. So is it still bad? I mean, you could have the same on a different LMG, or you could have the same on a Negev and 10 crit damage more. Or you could have the crit chance be on the weapon and then have rate of fire, so you could have 5 rate of fire. So you're still 5% behind other LMGs or Negev, and the Negev is still also behind other LMGs, kind of, because infantry MG5 is a much better LMG than a Negev. But it's viable, and infinite ammo, kind of like, well, infinite, like, absolutely no reloading. Although I'm still gonna jam on that reload button, of course, because I'm me. After each kill, I'll still be like that, and then R. I turn into a pirate and go R. Or dog. Whichever you feel more how it goes R. Arg me mateys. But yeah, that's the actual issue with LMGs. Always has been, always will be.
Vital signs critical. Agent out of
I
mission.
feel I got out of your... that fast reload is I need to get used to that, actually. Could you be less alive? Thank you. Corner glitches still work. Although that's not the corner glitches they were talking about. But I might actually be completely immune while I'm here, actually. Because yeah, I'm not exposed to the enemy here. I kind of want to have them shoot at me. Okay, no, they still do chip damage. But yeah, that suppression. Although of course you can deal with suppression. The thing is, if you are with a coordinated team, if LMGs are doing 20%, meaning that they're now like 10% above ARs, in effect. Because they weren't 20% behind ARs. They were like 8, 9, 10, 12%, depending on what.
Hostile airburst zero line detected.
Target neutralized. Good work.
If you have a fire eclipse in your team, like, there is no suppression. If you have a foam eclipse in your team, there's really no suppression. That mechanic basically goes away with those. Also, it depends kind of on content, because one of the things as well, veterancy really matters for how quickly enemies get suppressed. So reds and purples get suppressed a lot more. But for instance, in Countdown, you're burning enemies down pretty quickly as well anyway, so it's not as big of an issue.
Target spotted, Sheriff.
Oh, that's Russia. It's like I lost sight of the rusher, and then I realized, oh yeah, there's of course a corridor on that side. Oh, hey, let's hello. Wait, how long do I have to? I'm trying to do the thing. Wait, is the thing actually implemented or not? The quick heal. Okay, there we go. Just have to kind of like really quickly press it or something. Although my control is kind of broken as well, so. Because is it on cooldown or is it like a certain, or is it like you have to really press it? Oh, double tap. Okay. Wait, is it double tap? They said short press. In the there's no cover. I was a second away from my hive as well. So if I had died there, I would have died there. Sentence ends there, really. If we're being honest. And you have moments like this anyway where they can't be suppressed. Like, then it's
neutralized.
fine.
Good work.
LMGs feel powerful. Like even this piece of
Cleaning up the streets one
feels
bad
kind
guy
of
at a time.
kind of powerful.
Nicely done, Sheriff.
But actually now kind of, I mean, well, this is grade 20, so it's not fair. But who wants to be fair? I never said I was going to be fair. Let's do that. Let's go to the safe house and pop another one, hoping it'll land here. Let me get you. Effort after some time. What's the best way to go? Exotic components. Depends. If you're willing to go DZ, DZ is a really good one, especially if you make a level 30 character dedicated to it. Although a lot of people are doing it. So. Another one that always exists, but is really annoying and grindy and annoying, is to make a level 30 character. So do a DC start, or not. Well, not a level 30, level 1 character. Get them to the White House, do the boost to level 30, do the project at that point. You need to go just get the resources, the components, the water and stuff. Get it, and then you just delete that character and do it again. That kind of takes like, depending on the resource, anywhere between like 6 to 8 minutes per run. So you can have one every 6 to 8 minutes. The other is also like countdown and just setting your targeted to I didn't pop the bounty, that's why. I have no bounties more. And setting your targeted to either one of the gear slots or a weapon type, so you get a few drops from that, and then you just buy the exotic caches. Not bad anyway. I mean, it's average, but the thing is, like, it's average in a tier of stuff that, like, there's much better weapons around it. It feels okay now because it just got a big buff. Because yeah, this thing, although it's a grade 20 weapon as well against a grade 10, so it's already like 4% more already just from grading. But already in LMGs, an infantry MG5 is like destroys a Negev quite easily. Yeah, 2 sentences later, you said basically the same ones that. But yeah, it's basically between those two. The thing with it, the level 30 character thing is a lot more consistent. You'll basically get like 8 to 10 exotic components an hour, which also, I mean, it's still kind of a lot, but the DZ one is actually faster if you get empty DZ. So, but that's reliant on that, and that's getting less and less like doable as more and more people are finding out about it. It's kind of like when they came back to lunch. Kinda. Like the LMGs are now very competitive, really. Their suppression mechanic is kind of their thing. They always didn't fit in well with general play. Like that's also why rifles were kind of the general play back then. But there's a lot of content where things just don't get suppressed. Like Razorback doesn't get suppressed. Right doesn't get suppressed. Although, of course, with all of those things, Oreo is... There is still another king. As Yoda once said, there is another. Which is Oreo. Oreo didn't get beat by anything. But LMGs have range. LMGs have the ability to shoot something that is not directly in front of you. I mean, Oreo can reach out to 20 meters, but LMGs actually as well, most of the LMGs have... Like, what does the MG5 have? 35, right? Most of them are 35 or actually 30. Most of them are, yeah, 30 to... There's even a few 40s in there. Fine.
Way too hot. Come on. Damn it.
2 LMGs sitting, facing each other. Reloading. I had fast hands, so I reloaded faster, but I still had to wait for him to come out. But I wasn't going to rush that. I misread the situation there and where they had spawned.
Damn it. Thought that was the 10
But for instance as well, like countdown and stuff, like countdown where you're mostly killing them before they even like go into cover. It's also mostly elite, so they're not getting like for general players that don't have an Oreo to begin with, or were running Elmos before.
Serious trauma detected. Agent
Double tap, double tap. It's double tap IKEA. That's kind of, so that's the moments. I'm gonna guess, well, it's mostly a PvP thing, but actually on the PvE end, I think it is actually a useful function. You can, moments like that, I'm bleeding, I'm gonna go down. There isn't enough time with the health gate. I've hit my health gate already. I can't use a med pack. It's gonna be too longer than the health gate. So if I double tap and I survive that, that's gonna feel, you know, you're gonna feel like you did something useful, which is the kind of things you kind of want to create in players of like, oh, I did something smart and I lived because of it. Which, wait, I killed a sniper already. This bounty was 3 snipers? Okay. Yeah, this like significantly feels stronger. It's a great 20 weapon as well, of course. So it's you need to really spend time on stuff. But yeah, Bullet King, it's good now because it got 2 changes. It got 2 changes in its favor, going from crit damage to crit chance. But yeah, it still doesn't compete with the actual LMGs in the class. Because you also have good times and stuff, which do less damage, but they have the nice thing of, well, first of all, perfect fast hands. Like, I like fast hands.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well
Everything
done.
spawned here. Actually, yeah, Ultra Buzz is spawned here. Like, game, you have 2 more rooms. Why you do this? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, actually, does she have a good times? I mean, she should have a good times, but does she have it on her? She doesn't. Because one of the nice things about M60s and the M249s is suppression is dependent, it seems. I don't think anybody has ever really like data mined it or like really tested it, but it kind of seems obvious just from looking at footage. It seems to be dependent on the amount of bullets that kind of go into the general. Likely enemies have basically a cone around them. The amount. Oh, I don't want to go to the open world there. Let's put somewhere else. Around them, if bullets pass through them, they get basically there's likely a hidden suppression bar, kind of like how a lot of games do these kinds of stuff. But then LMGs per shot do more to add to that bar. So like if the multiplier is like 1 for ARs, it's like 1.5 per shot passing through that immediate zone. So rate of fire really matters there, because I think in general play, I'm willing to say an M60 kind of suppresses about the same amount as a FAMAS. But LMGs also have this, that they like become more accurate as you fire them. So your first few shots are so inaccurate that those are like, they have a much higher likelihood than a FAMAS of going around the person and adding into their suppression. But yeah, I mean,
near you, Agent.
Yeah, M60, maybe, well, especially good times. Actually, let me catch up here. We'll, just talking and talking and talking. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to have that double tap kind of ingrained into me. I'll just do it a few times here and there. And yeah, 5-second cooldowns is also like not, because they during the live stream, the one big question I the whole time had was like, okay, but does it have a cooldown? Because they didn't say anything about a cooldown in there. Because I was like, wait, can you just jam on it and get a full heal? That red is still up. I need to kill him first. I can evade this
I'm in the
heavy.
wrong position.
And press the water. Oh wait, no. Not that heavy. Press the water now. I need them to be not immune. Still immune. Oh, is it working with system corruption? Okay. I made the assumption, because somebody asked as well, like during the live stream thing about it, that like I was assuming it would replace the system corruption medkit completely, or the system corruption medkit would replace it completely, so you would lose that feature. But yeah, so you can then like use the medkit from system corruption and then also this double tap thing. But also, do you then, because normally you have no number of med packs with system corruption, although it just slightly just hides it, so you just still have like 4 uses of it underneath. And yeah, it does work with efficient. I'm gonna guess people tested it already with incoming repair. I'm not gonna test it with that one. I'm gonna assume people have, because if they've tested it with efficient, they have that. It shouldn't work with incoming repair because it's a med pack anyway, but you never know. Also, it wouldn't be useful still, but just as a trivia to know. Human being, where are you? How did you get up there? How did you get up there? Are you part of something else? I think you're... No, you're part of this. Oh.
You know I'll find you, right?
I'm not sure you will. Over here, dude. Yeah. Just follow the sound of the bell. Sir? Sir, could you... Right here. Sir? Danny. Danny.
That's your target.
Sorry. We have to play with our food sometimes. Wait, that aggro stuff over here? What? Just, guys, go away. I'm busy.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Bye. Bye. I'll send you a postcard. Will I outdistance them? Is this far enough? I mean, they have to come through this door anyway, so it's fine. I'll see them come. Well, if you just want the guarantee thing, and the thing is, it's kind of soul crushing because most of it is actually just skipping cutscenes and sitting through a few unskippable cutscenes. I mean, well, the unskippable ones aren't that long, luckily. They're just mostly kind of loading screen kind of thing.
Airburst seeker mine detected.
Oh, you put up the turrets?
Airburst seeker mine detected.
Or no, you first. Surprised I didn't get hit by that.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Usually when you get like hung up on them, you definitely get. So, you enjoy some foam. You enjoy my bullets.
Target spotted, Sheriff. You got the target. Nice.
The thing is as well, this build of course is running a contractors already. It's obliterate high and red like the classic style, the Gen 2s of having both Fox and contractors. And that's also kind of like LMGs could actually line up, especially if you were using contractors in them anyway. Now we don't use high-end reds. I'm using high-end red here just because I know it better than Striker. It's more consistent than Striker as well. In its damage output, I don't have to keep looking down at how stacked Strikers is to kind of guess like should I be doing more or less damage? Does this feel right?
Serious trauma detected.
Ah,
Agent.
if one more shot landed there, we would have traded in my favor, but it didn't. No, screw you.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Here, have a complimentary foam grenade. Eventually you do suppress everything, even names.
Shit!
Target neutralized. Good work.
But we'll get through it. This does feel like significantly more powerful. But yeah, like a build with this that already has contractors as well, like LMG's 10% at most, like even if you want to make them competitive. But the thing to remove is just remove that suppression extra that they have. Like just make them just as suppressive as any other weapon they have. Because this will be too powerful for like groups that are coordinated. Like if there's an Eclipse in the team and the people don't have Oreos, then run LMGs. But if there is nothing there to negate the suppression, then it's just annoying. Yeah, let's actually go back to the White House. Let's actually prepare. Let's go here. Does this actually? I need to set it right. Wait, so I'll put it to this, and then I'll go in here, and then I'll
Civilians are not permitted to
go from this Firefox window to
Violators will have their weapon confiscated.
this Firefox. And then nothing will happen. What? There we go. Let's go and make a multi-calc. Let's maybe prepare. What did we have here? This is the F2000 one, right? Because what did we even do in here? We put it against the FAMAS in general, and then we put it against the trio of FAMAS Elmo. Or we put it against, yeah, we made it a trio of FAMAS. That's it, Elmo. Yeah, let's like that. Most ARs. Let's get a calculator into here. A fresh one. I'll plonk that down here. So move this already. This. Let's put them on Striker. Let's actually grab her Striker. Let's make sure I'm showing actually what I'm doing. Should be here-ish. It's for AR, so we'll make it that one. Let's actually start with like an Elmo layout. Doesn't matter if it's obliterate or chess, because that's the same really. Sleipnir actually, yeah, because Sleipnir. Yeah, that's also the buff is base weapon damage based, so or weapon damage based. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's too much. Like, and also it's not the right thing to change. Like nobody like there are people that like LMGs already. That kind of includes me. I don't mind LMGs at all. Numbers wise, it's not that they don't make sense. They only really don't make sense if you only look at them as bursts. But then, like, yes, go use a FT, go use a vector 40. Well, not even vector 45. The other vector, the 9mm one, and yeah, tell me how it feels. It's the highest burst. Truly, is the highest burst of the automatic weapons, but there's a reason we like do care about other stats. For comparison's sake, yeah, we'll keep it as obliterate. Like, it doesn't matter what like if it's a chest strike or not, just changes the numbers here. Seeing as we're more concerned about comparison, where we don't really care. Yeah, let's grab, so we already have the FAMAS numbers. We will leave the damage talent out for now. Because that's FAMAS, that's F2000, that's L. Actually, no, we want it with the Coyote active. So we should take these numbers, but we can actually just take all of these numbers. There we go. And yeah, we have to take this. So let's start naming this stuff. And also, let's go. Was that this one? No. Burst and sustain. The new numbers are here. We'll remove that one. Yeah, let's start naming first because we'll forget what is what. Game actually, or the game. Spreadsheets are no game. If the spreadsheet lets me. F2000. We ain't playing games here, boy. I'm gonna put the Elmo somewhere underneath actually, because we'll put all the exotics here at the bottom. Oh, I shouldn't do it like that. I should do it like this. Actually, we'll put Elmo at the bottom, and then we'll put EB above it. Because all that mostly changes if it's 2 or 3 mods. All the other weapons we are going to have in here, so ACR, Mark 16, and stuff, they'll all... that's not the button I want. We'll all have the same effect as having the FAMAS. So we do need to, well, we need to like copy these numbers over. Because the Elmo has more, of course, but then we, just for the EB, we need to, although of course that's the same 10 crit chance as this, so it's this plus the 15 that it has, plus its base weapon here. So this is ACR. Oh yeah, we need to give them all their RPMs and stuff. Actually, let's do it right and do it all in one go with the RPMs and reloads and stuff. So this is 1.9. This is 1.7. Almost 978, right? Because yeah, we're putting them on striker, so let's keep striker numbers. These two will be that. This is I can equip a TKB, which has the same base, so is 748. She should have ACR. Don't remember the reloads and stuff of these. Especially with the weapon handling here, we kind of care. So let's. I should have an ACR definitely. I can't. We'll run into F2000 later as well. Let's put a CTAR in there as well. 16, B416, G36. E. I do have E. Oh, yeah. Let's just take the numbers as stated. This is 1.7. We already had that one. FAMAS is 1.9, which should be, because that's what that chart is based on. 1.7 with 1035, right? Yeah. You know what? Let's double check the ACR. 1.8. G36. First name, well, actually, let's name these also. G36, P416, Mark 16. That's kind of the pack, right? Fall. Oh. I don't have a fall on this account, do I? Why would I have a fall on this account? We can craft one. One of the falls is craftable. We just need the reload speed anyway, really. Yeah. Let's just start. Well, let's actually do this upper part first. We'll equip all the weapons and put the upper first, and then we'll go get their base weapon damages from that chart, which is easier than back calculating or anything. G36. So 2 seconds, 920. 920. It's gonna be the same for this one actually. Put that in. 2.0. Oh, the F2000 actually, of course, has 60 rounds. Actually, we should put in the CTAR as well. CTAR, and that kind of lines up because we'll have Eagle and we'll have Elmo. CTAR 60 as well, right? That's 1035, 60. And there's a super fast reload of 1.8. Actually, isn't that super fast? The F2000 reloads faster and does more damage. All of these will actually have this up to there, and I would just need the base. Mark 16, 2.0, 719. We'll need to make a fall in a second. The CTAR first. Rate of fire should be the same, and yeah, I should already have the 1.9. We did the CTAR. Damage. While we're here, let's do Eagle 920. Actually, why isn't my tablet on? Let's have that on. So I can have chat there. I don't have it up on the screen anywhere anymore. Let me catch up as well. And we use the 9mm vector unwavering insertion. All right, yeah. You can make it work in some things, but it's not like we would use that as a general weapon. Even the 45 vector is a little bit too low on its like damage per mag, which is the stat that kills it the most. Okay? But there is a crowd that just goes, I only care about, especially in the context of like burst and sustain usually. But of course, like damage per mag also matters. Firing time to me matters. Accuracy, stability, firing pattern, all of those things like kind of matter to a weapon. To me, at least. There's a contingent of people that just go, only burst, only burst. And the answer to them is like actually as well, like if you truly believe that, if you actually also like, you don't care about sustain, you don't care about damage per mag, this slot on all your ARs should not be filled with this plus 20 round, which basically everybody still does run, usually. It should be filled with this plus 10 crit damage. If you truly believe that, that's the choice here. And I've had people actually then go and do that. And then go like, oh, okay, yeah, no, then I stand by my word. And then come back with their tails between their legs of going, I'm doing a lot less damage, it looks like, feels like. Yeah, no, really, sustain matters, boys, come on. The lower bound of damage matters. There is a craftable fall, right? Oh yeah, there's. I just need the RPM and the thing. We don't even need to optimize it. 7, 4, 8. With a reload of 1.8. I should make these drop downs. I should maybe not new calculator. I'll do that. I didn't take this. Why didn't it take this? Just so you can click and then, or input a number or get a drop down. Seeing as I've recently learned how to do that. This all looks correct. We have 60 there, 60 there. There were no other mag size changes, right? Oh, there was to the honey badger, which we'll leave the honey badger out of this. Plus 5 rounds. It's
Really wish I had a complete set of socket wrenches. Can never find the 5/16 when you need it.
Yes. So base weapon damages for all of these things. That's the Mark 16, so that's here. Put it in the field. Why does it break in such interesting ways sometimes? I can redo. What am I doing? Just undid. I can just redo. There we go. We'll fix it. It's gonna bother me. There. That's also actually. Is this one broken? Yeah. How are all of these broken? Oh, because there were linkages, of course. So we remove. Yeah, I get it now. Phone. So here. And the rest didn't have changes to their base, but only to their RPM, which we've already accounted for in here. So that's fine, but we still need their bases. So P416 is above the Mark 16. G36 is here. And the CTAR is...
Could use some more crafting materials.
Yeah.
Really
Still pretty bad. Yeah, it went from like upper mid tier to like. So it's basically, yeah, it's just above all of the things that didn't get changed in burst. So we'll do that. We'll put this here. I'll grab already the base of the eagle. We'll grab an eagle by its tail. Actually, wait, shouldn't it be the same as the P416? Actually, no, it wasn't, right? It never was. Oh. It's like, I'll copy the P416 base, but that's not what is happening here. Just to be certain as well, right? Like I didn't forget about it. Yeah, no, 51.7. That lines up with that number. We just need to reconfigure the build and see how we get to 60. It's basically this plus 10, right? Am I then like, let's just actually reconfigure the build to fit this and make sure that so we need 2 more crit chances, which is the same as this one, taking us to, so it's 168. 168.
I'm making leather.
Actually, is
Can't be that hard.
168. Minus 24. Flipping 2 crit damage mods. So 144. Why is that only plus 5 to this? Yeah, there's a 10 crit chance and a... Huh? How does that happen? Because it should have just 10 crit damage more than the F2000, right? So we'll put that already there as well. So this is... Oh, Coyote, of course. Yes, that is. This is 129, actually. So... yeah, it's 15 above that. So is this plus 50? There we go. 154. It's 15 above this. That makes sense. Let's actually put that here. Put a red background behind it just to get my own attention. It's gonna say people's attention, but I'm people. Am I not people? Mostly my own attention. Yeah. That's all input. That's all input. That's all input. This all lines up. DTalk is that.
I really should make myself a nice
Looks
chair.
all about right? Yay. So yeah, so this is the danger of just doing comparisons between exotics and normal things. On here, of course, so this Eagle Bearer is, if you compare it to like the F2000, which is at the top. So if we take the Eagle Bearer's number and just divide it by, or that's mag damage. We're at mag damage. Let's go to burst. You know, the thing we'll care about. Oh no, we're at burst. Oh, oh wait, that's. I'm awake, except I'm not, of course. We'll take this. We'll divide it by that. It is a percent higher. It's 2% higher. Eagle Bearer, best gun ever. The danger there is, of course, weapon talents. So here as well, we've calculated out in a build. It has 5% here, especially the Elmo, of course, is 4% higher. This is famously the mistake that, of course, Fog made. Like, oh yeah, no, it's higher burst than a FAMAS. Except the FAMAS can have strained, and a strained on a FAMAS on this specific build is 9.6. So it's rounding up to 10, but it's still calculating with 9.6. And then suddenly it's like, yeah. And of course, that 5% instead as well, you're locked into the talent of Eagle and Elmo and stuff. You could have Preservation. You could have Future Perfect. You could have Fast Stance, which is my go-to. Because Fast Stance basically takes this to 1 second reload, and then, yeah. It's not winning on burst, but it is winning on sustained by so much that on average, the FAMAS is still winning out. And of course, it's not just about these, but also when you're just reloading for 1 second, you get to shoot again pretty quickly. And that means that you can shoot pouches, you can save yourself, you can shoot, you know, that RC car coming to your face, that bomb drone coming to your face, all that kind of stuff. You just get to murder them. It's going to copy these over because I might fill these in. But we already have 2 numbers here for strained for these two. And the funny thing is going to be, these are 2 very high RPM weapons, giving this. Let's take the Mark 16 actually. We'll grab a trash talent calculator. Actually, we'll take the not that. We had one yesterday. We'll keep it actually the same, but just because this all stays the F. You know what? Let's just actually I'll take. Don't need explanation, but we'll take just this. I'll just put it down here. Being lazy. Don't want to rename another one, but just the annoying thing is its stats are a little bit different, and I do want to keep it actually. So this is we'll name it Mark 16 here. Okay, 16. It's a lot slower firing, so it gains more from sustain from strength. It's because it shoots longer. Let's grab the stat block from the Mark 16, which is this. So 719 and 2.
Really wish I had a complete set of socket wrenches. Can never find the 516.
Wait, 719? Oh yeah, striker. Its max size is still 50, though. Let's reload this too. And its crit damage is 60 and 151. Did we keep mid-range here? Yeah, we did keep it. I mean, we had to actually. Mid-range crit as well. So this actually goes back to like this. We just strike through. I just go make this back to 30 again for normal optimist. Or we'll just do this actually. I'll just go optimist. Yeah, we don't have access to perfect optimist anymore. And yeah, the base weapon here. From this one. Mark 16 is this one. Oh, this, yeah. So let's do it like that. Let's do it like that, and then just remove that. Let's be lazy. Actually, yeah. I mean, it's actually not that much. Okay, just because the Mark 16 with 10 rounds less in strength is getting around 11% in its burst and sustain. The sustain number you can't really directly look at because it's not. You can't really do DPS with strength because it's different every time you get another stack on it. So it's like it isn't the direct line, so it's not a per second because a per second needs to be constant. But you can average it out, which is happening here. So you can still take this number. So it's 11% on the Mark 16 with 50 round mag. Where actually on the F2000, because it has a 60 round mag, it's about the same. It's that like it's 10.5% on strength. Here it's 11%. But of course, this is going to get 11% from strength, just pretty constantly, and especially the longer firing time, because it has a much longer firing time. What is actually the firing time here? Time to empty is 417 here. 3 point. I mean, actually, yeah. With 10 rounds more, it's actually just firing like half of a second more. Yeah, time per mag 216 and 528. Okay. Yeah, 30 rounds. It's capping at strained here. It's capping at or reaching the cap at 43 rounds. But yeah, 11%. So this is like even the Mark 16 in this thing, if you put strained on it, which actually, like if you're going to put strained on something like the Mark 16 is likely the choice to go. But yeah, when you add 11% on top of it, it's still not catching up to the two big boys. But yeah, on sustain especially, it's like winning out. And of course, this has like ammo economy that beats both the FAMAS and the F2000. Surprising actually doesn't catch up
Could probably make
more
something
than
out of
this.
old plastic bottles.
To the point that I'm like, wait, did I forget something? Let's actually double check our numbers when we have. It should be exact same, of course, right? Because yeah, we're flipping one crit chance here, so this is going to this is a 153. It's going to 141 plus the coyote. I've damn it. This is all, of course, with the damage talents on them as well for the top two. So we only have the Mark 16 and the FAMAS and the F11. I forgot that we put these in already. It's still falling behind a lot. That's interesting. Because what is it without damage talents? I mean, it's still already behind a lot still. And that's mostly down to its RPM. Also, of course, actually falls are 40 rounds. Let's double check that we actually have the correct. Oh, it's 60.5. I didn't get I messed up here somewhere. All right. Oh, I did mess up here. Okay. Likely when I was copying stuff over, I accidentally left that one in. Because I was like, yeah, the Mark 16 was like in the pack here. I remember. Because it was like, it was the lowest of the pack still. Well, except the CTAR here. But yeah, like it's the lowest of the pack here versus these. But it's still competing, kind of, because it's the slowest RPM. So
Could use some more
as the best ammo economy. Although, I mean, this ACR is just as close. But this is also, so these three are also kind of scatter shots. ACR, G36, P416 are all three, F2000 as well, are kind of scatter shot weapons because they have that long drop off. But the Mark 16 is like the first one that is, again, like the FAMAS, kind of in a straight line, up and to the right. Just all ups and up to the rights. Which makes it a lot more controllable, actually. Because yeah, I could see myself using this on Mark 16, especially, let's put back in that 9.6, or well, we have them up here, right? Let's make sure. So I already did the chart basically for FAMAS and for the same thing I did here for those two. We won't do them from all of them because they're all different. If I put guesstimates in here, people take that as gospel sometimes. You know, just when I'm literally in a video saying I'm guessing, it's about this. I'm actually guessing. It's not. Sometimes I'm not guessing, like these we've calculated, but like if I go like, let's take an average of like 10 and add it to all of them. Because you kind of have to do this, of course, because we have two exotics in here. But yeah, especially like when you put in damage talents, yeah, the Elmo and the Eagle Bearer, like this is the reason we still use FAMASs. They win on sustain, but it's not by enough for the loss in burst. And here as well, actually, like when you put a Mark 16 with strained on, although of course you need to then kind of play mechanically towards strained. These will do these without any having to do a thing. Like they just output this from the first shot, kind of. The Mark 16, you kind of, if you're doing this, you need to keep strained up, go towards the ends of max quite often, which, I mean, I'm not. I'm reloading after every kill, even if it's a red kind of thing, which, you know. But on the other hand as well, you could have fast dance here, taking this to, like, actually, on this it's a 1.1. And yeah, then, like, behind on that, but it's winning on sustain. And then you have fast dance. That doesn't mean these are bad. That just means you need to keep that in mind. Well, keep the damage here off of it. Because yeah, we're mostly just first comparing these and then the Eagle and the Elmo's like kind of separately. Let's actually look at the high-end ones. But yeah, that's kind of the thing that we had. The sustain, this sustain is making this F2000 really good in comparison to the FAMAS. Still losing out on burst. It just flat out is. But just because it's lower bound, what sustain in effect is, it's its lower bound of damage. It's higher. So the F2000 will catch up to the FAMAS, and it's so much more accurate and easy to... Well, actually, it's not more accurate. The FAMAS is actually more accurate, I would say. But it has a better recoil pattern and has a much better stability. You don't have the recoil control as much with it. But yeah, ACR, like ACR looks really good in here. Mark 16 as well, especially like that lower bound being that much higher. Like, actually, well, so. That looked a little too good, but yeah. Still, I mean, actually, the ACR is still like just pounding it. But the thing is, the Mark 16 is more accurate. So you could make the case for... There's a case to be made for all 6 of these top ones now. So that's kind of cool. G36 actually also really looks good in here. But yeah, that's like... Actually, I would have assumed the ACR, because where's the ACR? Where's on the burst tables here? The ACR, actually was already below the G36. I think a G36 then, I think. Although, I'm going to take the Mark 16. I have a personal preference towards the Mark 16s, just because I like the weapon type, and like I've used one quite a bit. Even when they were horrible, which was always till now. But yeah, personal attachments there. And yeah, this full actually also kind of looks okay. But that 40 round magazine, its damage is now so high with that extra 5% that actually it's still keeping up on sustain, which is kind of funny. It never kept up on sustain just because of that such a lower mag than the rest. The falls are actually okay-ish now, still as well, with that plus 5%. And CTAR, I mean, I'd pick a Mark 16 above the CTAR. Although the CTAR, well, actually the CTAR will have about the, because it's the same RPM and mag size, so it'll kind of have about around the same effect as that F2000 unstrained. Meaning that, yeah, it'll be about the same as this 60 round, just because the Mark 16 is lower thing.
My back was killing me.
But the CTAR is very accurate, like I'll give it that. But it is still a damage loss. Yeah. What I would love is if they changed, because the outlier here now is very much the F2000, like the ACR as well, kind of. These two should be the F2000, especially because also it has like that 60 round mag, kind of really makes a difference there. Because what happens if this is a 50 round mag? I say keep the weapon damage bonus, lose the mag, or keep the mag and lose the weapon damage bonus. Both together is a bit much. Because while here the ACR kind of looks like it's doing the same, it's doing it at a much lower RPM. The current meta is very much towards fast-firing weapons for Striker. So even though it is sustaining more and is like doing a tiny amount less, the F2000 just is a better choice than ACR for the general meta, unless you're going high-end reds. But even if you're going high-end reds, then G36. But then the G36 doesn't have that same sustain, just because it's not firing for as long. And it doesn't have that awesome reload. Well, yeah. So that's basically what I'm going to say in a video that I'm going to record in like... I'll repeat everything in there. As yeah, we'll make that. And but yeah, I'm happy I made this because it actually makes things a little bit clearer. And as well, we can just... Well, likely in the video, I'll just go... 9999999. go full German and go 99999 just as a averaging out of just if you're using either optimist or strained or most of the damage bonuses and stuff. And then yeah, the Eagle and the Elmo don't hold up anymore, kind of. Or well, they're now in the pack. I mean, Elmo was always in the pack. Now Eagle's in the pack too. So that's kind of cool. And then you have Tenacity instead. Tenacity is kind of cool. So, let me get you up here. Hi, can you explain why you do math with 60? That's the build stat. So I'm using here, I'm just using the in-game build. I'm altering it as needed. I mean, for most of them, kind of theoretically, but this is actually the build as well. So strikers, we're moving around crit chance mods and stuff, and we're going as if it's always active with the Coyote mid-range buff. So we're going kind of with a perfect, like, the best optimal setup for this build with also having this, because that's likely what it's going to like run into most of the time. And yeah, you want to hit that 60 crit chance cap. They're hitting it in different ways because underneath this, some of them are 53, the Elmo is 52. So they'll benefit in different ways from Coyote short range. So if you want to be in depth, and I likely will be in depth once we have like actual like patch notes for the game, like when the final thing. I don't want to spend that time now because it just takes forever. You basically need to do this whole thing again with Coyote at the other ranges because, of course, this weapon, the F2000, having 54 crit chance there versus the Elmo's 52, when it's a short range buff, and especially the Elmo having that here a much larger crit damage number, when it's a short range buff, the F2000 is actually gaining a lot more from that than the Elmo would. So you should really do this 3 times. That's kind of always why I also kind of keep Coyotes out of it. Using them for comparing. That's why I do the high-end reds usually as the base comparison, because you don't need to do all this over and over again, or like try to explain it. But yeah, that's the thing here. So all of them are kind of in right above 50 as builds, and then hitting 60 with the Coyote buff. This is one that their OG can't take the laser under. Yep, the Dare has had that forever. That's also the reason it never got any recommendations ever, because yeah, it just can't take the underbarrel laser. That's a short underbarrel rail, the GR9, which is a weird choice. Also, it has a locked scope, right? Or is it the muzzle? I use the thing so little. Actually, yeah, we can. So one of the things they have. So normally in this PTS thing, PTS crafting cache is the new gear. Instead of that, they've put in the all of the blueprints. So all of the blueprints you'll be getting. So it shows nothing there, but then yeah, it just pops up all the things. So yeah, you can actually make it there. Is it the muzzle, or I always forget? Is it the muzzle and it's the same as the stoner muzzle? Yeah, we have the blueprint now. Then it is one of the descent blueprints.
Need help crafting something?
That's kind of the reason it never gets used. Oh no, it's the scope. It is at least a +5 crit chance scope, so it's fine. But still, like if you wanted to do something else, or do focus or something, you can't. What weapon was it? Yeah, the stoner has that has the wrong, like it has, or is it the named stoner? The quiet roar. Yeah. Because the normal stoner, you can swap this, right? And then this, oh yeah, this can't. Like this has this +20 and it's fixed. So, so that means if you have the less than 15 range, will heavily fall back in comparison to Optimus.
That's what I've got.
Yes. I mean, well, here we're just keeping them all with the same talent. F2000 could, of course, have Perfect Optimist indeed. And actually, the thing is, though, so on the, because it is giving up a crit chance mod, so we already kind of, we could actually try that. So, let's actually do that. you're actually not wrong. That might be an interesting thing to check. So we're gonna just take that block, which is the F2000. We're gonna do F2000 poi 0 to 15. Let's actually see if that 15 extra crit damage is enough, and also the loss in crit chance is enough for. At that point, Perfect Optimist, I would guess it would win, but let's actually see. So we had here the crit chance numbers without Coyote. That's why I also did this one first. So yeah, we have 54, 129. Where was that one here? So 54. And yeah, especially it's more going to be the loss in crit chance actually than the gain in crit damage here. Well, I won't even math. 129 plus 25. We'll let the thing do the math for us. Strain still wins out. The thing with it is this extra max size. Like if this max size was 50, I'm gonna bet it's not gonna win. Yeah, at that point it no longer wins. That max size is going to 60 as well, because the strength is also reliant on that. And both of them kind of work in the same way anyway. You need to take strength up to 43. But Optimist, to actually get these numbers as well, you need to take it to 60. You're much more likely to take it to 43 and get most of the benefit from strength already. And instead, Optimist. So actually, this Perfect Optimist, I mean, it's kind of okay. Or well, it will be really good actually on PvP builds and stuff. Or if you have a few blue cores, because if this number goes down, if this number goes to 40, let's say, yeah, like Optimist wins by a lot. This is with no blue cores or no red cores, of course, which is the PvP staple now. So their Optimist wins by a lot already, and then Perfect Optimist wins by even more. But here we already have like 130. This is a full red build. Strikers without a Fenris for AR. And then, yeah, Strain still kind of wins out. But these two are so close to each other that, and also Shield Splinter is kind of, you just do the Hunters, you get it. And then you just have it. Meaning that it's much more attainable, really, than and also it's with a perfect talent, so you just reroll the third to perfect or to Detox, and then just optimize the rest, or wait for Cassie to maybe have a good one. So it's much more attainable as well than just a free talentable or like a strained 2000 or a free talentable one. But to me, actually, I would still take Fast Hands over. even at 54, because also it's stacking to more, so it's actually gaining. It's like hitting that. Even with 54 crit chance here, it's still hitting one second reload. Where with a lot of weapons, they won't. Like a FAMAS with 54, with short koi, with the short range coyote, doesn't reach 1 second. We changed one thing. Oh no, we're keeping this like this. Yeah. So this is with the short range buff active here. Also, yeah, if you want to have a look at it yourself, I'll link it in chat just to. Just so, yeah, if you should be, yeah, it's in a shared area, so it should be viewable from outside. And yeah, you can always also copy them to your. I mean, well, there's always the base ones in the damage calculation folder, clean ones. But always you can also just copy it to your own and just double check that. Just let me double check as well. Yeah, so this is what Perfect Optimist. I took Perfect Optimist here out, right? Yeah, plus 30. Because yeah, really what these calculators do is kind of what is shown down there. That's also kind of why I have it exposed the way they are. Is it takes these numbers that you fill in the yellow parts, that's the base build, and that becomes the no talent and the fast hands, because the fast hands just, the reload gets actually calculated, of course, but it doesn't change anything of the rest. All the others are either, for instance, for stings like strained, it goes from having no talent as the base, and then strain 2 as like the point that it hits full strained. And then in the actual average damage calculation, it actually, where did I move this to? Because I think it's actually nowadays in here, right? Or is it in here? No, those are fine. Yeah, and the average damage calculation, it already as well kind of... let me double check. Or does it like here, I think, for strength? Yeah, it takes the average damage and then basically goes, okay, the first shots is nothing. At 43, it reaches this strength 2 number, and then the rest is all that strength 2 number. And then it basically averages between the two from whatever the max size is. Which, yeah, it was a hellish calculation. At this point as well, I would really need to look at it, like into the calculations to kind of, because as well, like there's like a bunch of brackets in there. I've over bracketed always. I always over bracket because this just makes it easier for the brain to understand. Because especially like getting the average shots out here, especially like, yeah, some of them are very, very annoyingly complicated. But yeah, let's go back to the live game. Catch up yourself. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, that was a good point. Doing it with the short range coyote as well. I'm surprised, actually. I would have expected maybe Perfect Optimist to win at that point, but yeah, it's that 60 round mag. It doesn't really make a difference for Perfect Optimist, especially how it's calculated there. It actually hinders it in actual play because you're less likely to go to the end of that mag in some fights. Like if you just have 2 reds in front of you and you have teammates killing everything else, you might not hit the end of that mag. With the strange, you kind of only need to reach like 42 rounds before you cap that strength. So, although of course not firing those last rounds with strength at full is still a loss, but it's less of a loss than Optimist's loss. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah. It's actually weird that they gave this weapon the plus 60. They should have just, the plus 10 max size to take it to 60. They should have given that to something else and just giving it. Actually, with just the plus 10 weapon damage, the shield splinter is, the shield splinter is still, I mean, competitive. It's actually, well, doesn't really matter to the shield splinter as well. Actually, with the 60, the strain is actually winning out. So give it its identity. They should actually keep it at maybe like 50 rounds. Give it the damage bonus that it has now, just so it competes with the FAMAS as a base weapon. And then maybe give that plus 10 rounds to somebody else. Give it to the AKs. The AKs can use it. The AKs already have a thing that they excel at, which is damage per mag. The TKB and the AKs as well. But the AKs especially, give them the plus 10 mag. That will kind of fit better, I feel. I feel I've done everything I kind of wanted to do on PTS. I'm trying to think if it was really anything else I want to. A little bit more LMG numbers, but the thing is, I don't think they're going to keep the LMG numbers as they are. And also, the LMG numbers are basically, I can explain it well enough with just having like these numbers, because all of them went up the same amount. So it's quite easy to go in here and go like, and then just go from, okay, but the top burst one now, or well, that's not fair. MG5 with a rate of fire mag is not something most people use, but RPK with a big mag, which also is a slower firing one, so it's not suppressing that much. It's now at 720. Yeah, if we just compare that to ARs, that's a lot more than any of the ARs. Like it's beating out the burst of 2000 by a lot, by more than is acceptable for LMGs. They should always be a little bit behind the ARs, especially on burst. Really, if you want to be real about it. Mostly because they have firing time and stuff going for them. Now with RPK, it's not that much. It's 15 rounds more. With something like a MG5. So for instance, infantry MG5 with a plus 50 mag is also like 691, which is more than the the top AR. And keep in mind, on top of that, they have 2 DTOC more. And while 21 DTH is really good, 21 DTH doesn't beat out this because it's like a 10% increase to them. But the LMGs also get to have, they basically get to have, instead of that 21 DTH, the way you could see it is they get 2 more DTOC, like just the DTOC compares to that other one. And then instead of that DTH, they can have now, for instance, rate of fire or crit chance, as they always could. But then now with 20% is just too much. Like and it's also not the right thing. Yeah, just not even remove suppression, but reduce, like make LMGs suppress as much as ARs and SMGs. Like it's not a thing unique to them, but they just do it more. Yeah, we're gonna leave PTS behind. I feel I have what I need. We're gonna go back to normal game. Kind of want to play the video game I enjoy. It's Sunday. Sunday is gaming day. Although actually, well, usually Sunday is working day. Because I usually work more on the weekends than during the week. But non-PTS, which are booting up now, and it broke audio. I'll fix that. That should have fixed it, and it has. I have like an hour. Kind of considering what do I do in that hour. That is a good question. With global event stuff, I have league stuff. I might try to get the league stuff done. One thing I wouldn't mind is getting a lot of basically both. Well, the leagues, of course, are ending Monday, but also having most of the global event done. Most of next week spending some time just testing stuffs.
Safe area.
In the meantime, actually no, I'll keep these tabs open. I'm just gonna move them to a different browser. So I'll be using them in a little bit, likely. So I do want to go and make a video on my thoughts on the bits, the PTS. Hey, there are people here. So empty in the PTS always. Feels so lonely. Global events. There's this 10 bounties here, which is kind of a thing you just have to do. Like, this isn't going to get done doing other stuff. Rest of it a lot of it will flow just out of running explosive builds, except for melee attacks and stuff, and a few like blind 3 enemies at once and stuff. But all of those can be kind of done just swapping to an eclipse and just throwing a blinder firefly here and there. But what I might do is actually, let's see if we can get into a match made for the leagues. Might bang out the leagues. That takes about, 3 of the leagues. I'll likely won't do DARPA. DARPA always is annoying. We did them last night. I've already forgotten which ones they were. Just to get the 60. Actually, just going for the 60 here. I only really need 2, so I could just do the 2 DC ones, leaving out even Liberty. Because I don't think any of the regulars are really online. Yeah, not particularly. Although, yeah, if anybody needs them still and wants to join me, feel free to make that known. And otherwise, I will just matchmake into whatever I get. Yeah, grab a jammer pulse. And yeah, I have a F2000 at the ready at the very least on this account. ACR at the ready. This was not like intended for that though, but I do keep a few ARs around. Although yeah, the don't use a military G36. G36 enhanced is the one. I'm likely just keeping this because it's like, of course on my main account I have the full collection, so I can always play around. The camera leaves us. We'll fix that and then we'll start the matchmaker. Or start trying to matchmake and see if we get anyone with the global event on, because I kind of do want to do it with the global event. So preferably get some stars as well in the meantime. Yeah, fixing up the camera. Put that battery in charge as well right away. Yeah, let's just see if we get DUA matchmade. Otherwise, I can. I mean, well, how would I even do it solo? With what build? Like, actually, on the other one, I have some tip of the spears and stuff. I could just go Hunter's Fury and just flamethrower my way through it. It's not hard. Like, you can just burn through the enemies. But I don't have like a. Actually, so on my main account, I was messing about a little bit with. The red Eclipse protocol we made like ages ago, which is just a silly build. I can just fire Eclipse or just Eclipse for this as well. Yeah, let's just start solo. We'll see. We'll see how much I die, and even if I die, it doesn't really matter. We have like a but. Oh, actually, global event isn't even active. Let's activate the global events. I think I did a countdown or something on this character like a little while ago. Oh no, I remember now. I deactivated for the intro or for. I wanted to do the Hollywood event thingy with her, so I was just getting her into position first, but. Then I decided against it. Let's see. Now maybe. No.
You have received an
Got an invite. I'll take that. Otherwise, it should be somebody that actually is just matchmaking for hearts.
protected hostiles detected.
Yeah, they're actually matchmaking for hearts. I'll take it with them though. 2 directives is a dumb thing to put on here, but it's fine.
Hostile protection removed.
I'll carry them through because of this. Because you get shot and then everything is as if you're drunk.
Signs critical.
Disorient there.
Restored protection.
An
agent needs assistance.
Will they actually see it? Oh, I thought that was a hive. Guys, just kill. Just kill. Like, this isn't that much to kill. We're in hard.
Heavy ammunition detected.
I'm surprised my initial fire didn't actually connect.
Serious trauma detected.
That guy was a striker. How is nothing dying? I have an Oreo. I have an Elmo. And we have that. Wait, why does he have Banshee and fire? Neither of those things really help with this global. But he's only 4K, so he might still learn. Might go explosive then. But he doesn't have actual CC.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Might go explosive. Let's go explosive. Oh, my skills are on cooldown. It's fine though. It's fine, not per se. I was hoping to at least get 1 skill. I'll leave and come back. Yeah, the reason I'm going to the safe house, they've already triggered in combat. I can't change loadouts then. Like that's actually in the normal game already like that. But going out of combat, like we are here. I hear agent down, agent down. I'm even gonna attempt to res them here. Like,
Ammunition.
why would I?
Hostile restored.
Oh, this orient of course will
Serious
likely get
trauma
me.
detected.
I'm hoping being out of combat just reses them here. Man,
Agent out of action.
but this orient is so annoying because you can't really easily go into cover. I'm fine. I'm gonna try this out.
Agent deceased.
That's, yeah. That might actually be a team that will not make it in the 18 minutes. Or 20 minutes or whatever long they have. You know what? What happens if I just try to power my through there? Actually, I don't have the build I would want. Just waiting for the hive to fill up. Because yeah, let's go back to Eclipse. I feel like I can just run this with a capacitor and we'll just burn through it. Yeah, with a hive. It's set, yeah. Actually, it's not set, it's not on replay.
This is a chance to wipe out the hyena leadership in one decisive blow. Get in there and hunt them down.
Hostile protection.
My normal MO for this is to put on
Detected. Heavy
Hunter's Fury and just like run through it. Still kind of likely should because these are just hard skilled missions and like instead of 2 shots it'll take 4 shots, but you'll still kill him with a striker. Actually, they'll make it easier for striker because you get to stack a little. But I feel especially this mission I can eclipse my way through. The only downside is heavies. Yeah, actually, won't be that bad. I'll get shock rounds in several places as well. So.
Heavy ammunition detected.
That was a quick door. Although that one is you can't really control it. That's what happens when you're opening a door. You're going to your in combat animations, and then combat ends and it drops the animation a second later. So you really, I mean, well, maybe you can consistently time it somewhere. I wonder if people are actually consistently getting that.
Detected.
I'll be surprised.
Local power offline. Circuit breaker detected. Hostile protection restored.
I should actually just leave my hive behind and I should have stayed by this door. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Things Xander said yesterday. She holds true, turns out. If you leave that gal long enough, they apparently do that to it. Yesterday I was complaining that thing was closed still, and it looked like we were just tinkering in the air.
We might have trouble.
These assholes like to see.
Over here.
Kill that other enemy
Heavy
before...
ammunition detected.
look at the animation of the guy before we set him on fire. That should spread. That should kill everything. That sniper lady disagreed. To the point that she left her sniper rifle in midair. Murder those guys that way, we'll murder these guys this way.
Removed hostile protection. Heavy ammunition detected.
We're set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't
Aren't they not getting through
Not a
here?
chance.
Not a chance? But I have 60 crit chance. Is that not a chance? Dang, I need to make it so easy. I didn't catch when you said sure, really recently. Because yeah, if it's in reference to the weapon I'm using here as a capacitor, that one's easy to get. Because it's just for new players, if you are a newer player till the end of, like once you get to end game, well, level 40 end game, I should say. Summit isn't available at level. Nah, it's not. I would have used it by now. You just do 5 challenges in the summit, and then the capacitor is yours. You'll get one for. You get the first one's kind of cheap. It's not free even, but it is cheap. Not the target either. Oh, we don't. I'm solo, of course. I don't get. I'm like sitting up there waiting for a wave that's not even gonna spawn. Like that isn't part of solo.
Still there, sweetie?
Because I was waiting for the wave up there, but that doesn't even spawn. So.
Ready. This situation is serious.
But also, of course, I'm now just doing the league runs, the timed runs, which are part of each league. There's 4 missions. They put a time on them and go beat them. And also, usually, well, there are 3 missions that are on hard. 1 is on challenging, which are lower difficulties. It's kind of the reason we're blowing through this. Heroic in this game is not as easy as this. And heroic is the difficulty most people will be around. I remember specifically saying there's 2 places I can get shock rounds, and if I grab them, that will make this fight a lot easier. And then I didn't, because I'm a dum-dum. Let's blow up those barrels. Let's get him out of his truck. And actually even
Heavy
have...
ammunition detected.
Because it is the only boss that's gonna take me a second. Especially when I leave enemies on the other side alive.
Protected hostile restored.
Crossbows, heavy damage too. I'm just gonna kill her, she's about to car me.
Hostile
That worked
protection
out.
now removed.
Thanks, lady! Because yes, having status effect on an enemy does bonus damage, so I was like, I need to set the boss on fire, but
What's going on down
he
there?
helped me out by setting a car underneath the boss. I mean, it was aimed for me, but you know. If I was driving one of those things, I'd take a wide detour around my teammates. Especially specifically my boss.
Levels. Filters.
Didn't get the button in time. Push button. There we go.
Air filter function restored.
Oh, yeah, actually we get just one, like just this wave, right? Like just these 3 guys. On I'm solo. I usually don't, I mean, I've taken to doing them a few solo here and there, but usually I don't do them solo.
Stand and fight.
It's,
You hear me? Stand and fight.
I'm not too used to the waves. Because usually I still matchmake for them, but a lot of people don't know how to deal with this global event, and I don't want to be just stuck on... Well, I need them to be good reds, and when they're horrible reds as well, it adds up.
Detected. Heavy munitions. Airborne toxins at unsafe.
These waves are a little bit more
Failing.
consistent. With a big show and a purple AK. Yay. The purple AK in that case is actually more useful. Although, I mean, well, actually the big show is getting a pretty big buff. I mean, well, everything next to it as well. Oh, I haven't caught up actually on this either. Oh, man. Yeah, space admin. Solo. I mean, Jammer Pulse. Oh, wait, why did I go there? I wanted to go to this safe house. I'm gonna go grab 2 days ago's whatever it's called.
Hostile broadcast picked
Event. Christmas event thingy. But yes, in this building across. We'll go and get that quickly. I'll try matchmaking for... Yeah, that's north. I'll try matchmaking for space. Because you have the area with the dishes. It just goes so much faster with the group. We're all set to normal, so I don't really care.
Hostile protection removed.
They're coming after me! Run away!
Alright, we got a bunch of completion stars as well. And it's over here. The supply stash. We'll donate that. And then donate 20 of
Heavy
those as well.
ammunition detected.
I got us our backpack trophy, this new one. And Santa's pants, but we already had those. So. Anyway. If you're wondering how to make Santa's pants drop, then you're one sick mofo. why are you thinking about Santa's pants, man? Huh? What, you into old people or something? You got some daddy issues? I mean, don't we all? Don't we all have some daddy issues?
Hostile control point nearby.
Yeah, let's start matchmaking. Alright, this is also the challenging one. Yeah, if I get into a group, I'd much rather have the pulse. I'll remove the effect or the shield from everyone. Let's see.
Invite to another
Feng Sushi. I like the name.
You want to get Isaac back online across the country?
3 minutes? What?
Reconnect the local system to the satellite network. We should be able to do that at the NOAA headquarters building.
Get to the control room. I can walk you through the process from there.
Did? What is that? Like, let's not waste 3 minutes on it. No, downside is it'll, yeah. There we go. It's still not. Whenever I get a loading screen, there we go. This way I at least know for sure that he reset it.
If we want to get Isaac back online across the country, we need to reconnect the local system to the
show him that
satellite
he did
network.
it right. Come on.
We should be able to do that
Somebody.
at the NOAA headquarters building.
What are you running?
Get to the control room.
That's
I
two
can
of
walk
your
you through the
skills.
process from there.
Yeah, oh, he's running Eclipse as well. I'm gonna kill this first wave, and then afterwards I'll. But he's running Eclipse with Seekers and
Vital signs critical.
I wish I could have.
Agent down. Agent vital
Yeah,
signs.
I shouldn't have. I set everybody on fire and then ran through them. That was a dumb thing to do. The expectation there is I can do this on heroic and stuff because other people are shooting at them. Usually they leave me alone once other people start shooting at them. But there, of course, they wouldn't. But yeah, he's running with two skills that will not do any status effects. So his Eclipse is completely wasted. Him dying here, which will happen here, is actually it's fine. Well, I will actually recognize what I need to do, which is to go an explosive build instead. Actually, well, not, I mean the thing is he's not an Eclipse either. He'll still spread some stuff, but. But yeah, this what he's trying to do is not the way to do.
Hostile protection now removed.
Where matchmaking is on. My thing is like hopefully we get some other people to be matchmade into this. My mortar landed right too early.
Serious trauma detected.
I was trying to time it. Oh shit, that hurt. That I'm dead.
Another agent has joined your group.
Man. Nothing except what I'm killing is dying, which is the issue there, kind of. I mean, I should expect that. I didn't expect
Another agent is now in your
my ally to do really anything.
hostile restored protection.
And hopefully, when more allies come in, then something happens. Because also he's holding a capacitor, or not a capacitor, blue screen in his hands. So.
Agent down.
They're almost on me.
Pinging as well.
Vital signs critical.
Wait, what were your teammates then?
Deceased.
Okay, just at the start. Let's see what our allies are. I'm playing as a dumbass. But I mean, I'll carry him to a 10. I should go back to Eclipse at that point. Kill first. Just kill. Just don't even try to res. You can't. Your shield, like that's not how shields work in this game. Or if you want to res me, you go into this cover right next to me, and then you res me.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, let's go back to Jammer Eclipse. These guys are enough for a stage, like whatever's. I only need like 2 stages. Like, just get it done.
Hostile protection restored. Heavy ammunition detected.
What? Who's over there? They share a hive anyway, so that part doesn't matter, but I want to jam.
The control room is at the top of the atrium.
You have
That mission was set to heroic. The timer wasn't active. That wasn't like he didn't understand my like you reselect. I said reselect, right? You did by reselecting challenging difficulty, and he reselected heroic. I can explain as well why the enemies were, you know, actually effective, because on challenging, like, there's a big gap between challenging and heroic. And when you're expecting it to be challenging, I'm checking here if the snitch is here.
hostile control
Which
point
he is.
identified.
You grab my bounty and then
to another agent's group.
Come here. I've got new contracts.
yeah. Let's see if we can do it actually unchallenging, and when I run through enemies that they actually don't instantly shoot. These guys took 3 minutes to get to this door as well, so it's not a big, it's not a good sign, but it's at least a sign.
To the satellite network.
It's at least on the right difficulty.
NOAA headquarters building.
Get to the control room. I can walk
Trying
you
to
through the
catch.
process from there.
Man, really? I don't have that shot? Oh, accidentally got someone else. You get the feeling I'm matchmaking into people that are actually intending to be on hard. We're not doing the leagues, they're actually just, you know, they play on hard or challenging in this. Which there is a lot of people. Kinda need teammates. Aiken has teammates. But we have 20 minutes. We'll get it done.
Hostile protection removed.
Sitting in front of an explosive thing. Let's stop that right now.
Protected hostile restored.
Hey, I'm not instantly dying. Set to the right difficulty. Yeah. There's 3 stinger eyes in the thing. That's a lot.
Hostiles coming.
Fuck! I can't get back out.
Okay, I have this kind of teammates. Fog of War isn't active. Minimap is there. They don't have the awareness to look on it.
Let's do it.
Bounce off the ceiling there.
Serious trauma detected.
The thing I was hoping would save me saved me.
Protected
Which
hostile
is
restored.
the shock spread. But I was also kind of hoping everything would die. Oh, there's a turret. That's what's killed me. I'm kind of curious here. We have something.
Heads up. I'm seeing hostile movement on the roof.
Pressing F12 there. You know what? I'll take what I get. This should be like these are the teams that get 40-minute times and then go. You know what? Challenging is hard. Like, yes. If you guys are doing what you guys are doing, challenging is hard. Like hard is hard. Hell, story's hard. When you're 6-piecing riggers.
For the dishes through Isaac, it shouldn't take too long to align them. You're still gonna have to adjust each dish, but this will speed up the process.
Why you no protect me?
Protected hostile restored.
Man, it's more often an issue here that everybody goes for the things, especially on heroic, and just does it too fast, and you spawn a ton of waves, and it becomes a little bit problematic. We're on challenging. The point is to go and do this fast,
Assistance needed.
and nobody else went for any of the things. But I don't care. I'll just get a stage. Like, we'll still get a stage 10 just because there's so much time here. Like, we have 20 minutes. Like, for us to fail that, I would not have to be here at all. Like, I could like carry the entire team as long as they like are just meat shields for me and just take a few shots and stuff. These are the players that kind of, yeah. Like, if they're vocal about it as well, like, other players that you're ever wondering, like, who are these people that go like, challenging is hard. No, we need it to be, everything needs to be easier.
So far, so good. Now we just gotta find a transmitter to boost the signal.
Hostile restored
I'm
protection.
gonna go grab these shock rounds. They might come in handy. I'm also trying to find like these last few enemies, but I'll leave it to my allies, although taking their sweet time.
You better run!
So I have a bunch of race to go.
Detected.
Friendly is KIA.
Don't do it. How do we still have this many enemies? Like, literally nothing got killed, man. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. Yeah. That killed the trolling us. Fab. I get a feeling in a second we'll inspect them a little bit more thoroughly and see what they have on other characters and stuff. They might be doing it for proficiency, but like this isn't where you do it for proficiency. I'm rushing ahead. They're not that useful anyway to begin with, so I'm okay rushing because I have the killing potential to deal with this. You know what? I need a lefty.
Should be able to extract the radio once
Because we're unchallenging, so we really need to have sledge. Although actually in this case we actually really do need that sledge. They didn't even set up on the doors. Like the thing is, like that guy is 4K. Like the guy running 5 pieces tip of the spear, I think was it, right? It's 5K.
Protection now removed. Protected hostile.
Luckily this, once we've actually started the cycle, we need to wait for this thing to get into position anyway, so it doesn't really matter that it's gonna be super slow. I did lose my shock rounds then. I have no flame grenades. That door, and that door. Oh no. Dude, you were standing there. I assumed. I assumed you were gonna hit it. Like that seemed the reasonable assumption. That first fire is. Oh no, actually all of them still had enough duration. Luckily, guys, I was getting that. Why you blow up my thing? But yeah, I've never seen stuff like this. Like, I mean, I just even in like random matchmaking, like everybody stacks up on those doors. That's usually more of an issue. Like everybody stacks up on those doors and forgets that on the second waves, like a bunch of stuff spawns on other places as well, which you kind of need to cover.
Agent down.
That guy can be dangerous. Not gonna go for a res on that guy. I'm gonna hope he gets up with. Out of actually, he would likely get up when we get this. But yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Actually no. So it's he's even worse. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Expertise 14 on every gear piece here. Sir, please hand in your agent card, your agency card, you're being put under review because of HR. You're distressing your colleagues. What the? Like, right? Like, I'm not crazy, like that's like the dumbest thing we've seen in like months, weeks, months, maybe.
Hostile protection.
It's not even like, oh no, okay.
Immediate medical assistance.
It's just an
needed.
explosive. That wasn't.
Removed hostile protection.
Let's just heal up. Oh yeah, that was an experience. Where? Oh. Let's see if they kill him. Actually, well, I have to kill him before this Yes, keep firing, Santa.
All right. This will extract the transmitter from the module.
How many hours does he have then?
The facility. Then we can link up with the division satellites.
Because if you're running this build, yeah, it's going to take you 2.3k hours to get to 4k. That's about right. Yep. Because you'll be leveling slower than anything else. Because even if you're like matchmaking and stuff and getting carried, you're slowing down your teammates.
Right? Sounds like you've got company.
Also, wait, he's also just running a healing hive and a shield with 6-piece rigor.
Hostile restored protection.
The boss did not die. I haven't seen this as well in like forever. Like we're on challenging, we're not even on heroic. How does the boss not insta-die? Like, I don't even know what happens here if the boss survives for this long. Like you get extra, like this wave. Actually, this feels like normal wave. So you just get the normal wave still, then, I'm guessing. Like literally, there isn't a thing that isn't killed by me that died
Serious trauma
in that
detected.
fight. Which isn't like a brag or anything, like I wish that wasn't the case. Like literally, they're shooting the turret when the guy is exposed. I'm Five keys in tips is not a good idea, and a 6-piece rigor is worse. Like, hopefully they speak English. Hopefully they understand words. I told them, by the way, I need you guys to know more than 4 pieces of a gear set does nothing. 5-piecing tips is not a good idea, and 6-piecing rigor is worse. Like this, okay, you're 800. Like, okay, like you've played for 700 hours to get to 800. It's fine. You're 4K though. You have 2.5. Like, imagine, like, even having 1K in a game. Like, imagine how many games you've played. Unless you're really an MMO gamer or stuff. If you're playing mostly single player games, or like games even that go kind of deep, you'll go like 200, 300 hours, right? This is 2.3K hours on a game that's 5 years old. So, I mean, well, almost 5 years old. It'll be 5 years in March. And then you end up with this. Like, I don't want to... Or, I mean, the health roll is already bad, but this has been recalibrated. You're 4.4K, right? You've recalibrated a stat onto a gear. And this is what the best you had. This is what is in your library. Like I almost feel like I almost feel I need to like block the guy's name because I'm making kind of, but my guest has been flabbered. I am completely ghastly flabbered. Max, it's been a while. You'll lose optimization when you reconfigure. You won't lose expertise, but you'll lose optimization. Magazine size Elma. On a rigor, because Elma, of course, fits so great into rigor, because rigor does something to shock. No. Also, so all of these yellow cores are feeding into this with no mods in it. But no, but like a repair skill in here. So you're trying to do like healer thing. And then what do you have? A shield. Why are you firewall on top? Like literally, there is there one thing in here? Like I'm not harping on the guy, but literally, like if this is the build, like we're just looking at the build. We're separating the art from the artist, right? You have this build in front of you. Is there one thing that is right in here? Spike on the weapon, not in sync on the ACS. It's an ACS. What is ACS doing on a rig on a thingy build? Why does it have crit chance on it? Why is there Elmo here? Why is there D50 here with preservation? With reload speed and preservation and nothing recaled on it. Why are you firewall? Why are there 6 pieces of rigor? Why is there on the rigor? Why do you have 14 expertise on rigor? Why is some stuff not rerolled? Why are there no mods in here? Why is even the stuff that you have rerolled? Why isn't it full stats? Why is you're going for like repair kind of things? Why do you have a weapon handling roll here and like status effect? Which status effect? What are you statusing? Like okay, with the Elmo maybe once in a while, but and then the 2 skills. Like there's literally like this is the inverse of a meta build. Like this is literally like if you just like it's not like a bad build. It's like literally you take a meta build and you go like literally everything I want it to be as like the other way around. Did they say anything? Nah, they're still all into team here. I'm gonna take a break from existing. I'm gonna take a break from them by leaving. We got our stage 10 right. Like in all of that, I didn't even pay attention. Yeah, this is all I wanted. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed was 60 in this league. Don't know I don't remember how the rest of the lyrics go, but yeah. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed was that 60 in my league. Okay, let me catch up on chat because I feel like I was transfixed. Yeah. Yeah, he was full classified. Yeah, just, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's not just the event mechanics at that point. I feel like just mechanics, like you know, even like basic mechanic of putting mod in your game. Like what? Like if you told me it was a joke build, I would totally believe it like instantly. But I don't think it was. I really don't think it was. I think their build collections looks like I forgot to look at. Oh, actually, well, you only had one other character with like 2 hours, right? So you didn't have other characters. I mean, yeah. As you say that the Brosi, they will comply with. I was being toxic to that guy, but also like I was truly like. Yeah, as I said, my guest was flabbered. Truly flabbergasted. Well, it's not IQ, it's just like... My question is, like, don't you see... Like, he's matchmaking. Like, if you're completely solo, I kind of understand it a little bit more. If you're completely solo and you don't see other people and experience, like, you know, sometimes missions are going faster, sometimes missions are going slower, and then you go, like, looking... Because you still need to find the inspect button, but you might, you know, by accident before leaving group. If you find where leaving group is, you will find the inspect button. You might go like, this person seems to be like when this person was in my group, it went really fast. What are they running? And then you just, you know, copy from there. Just the ability to kind of like just observe other things and try to like adapt it to what your experience will be. Which is, I mean, that's just a human trait. Right? Like that's literally how you learn. While you're growing up, you're watching your parents do stuff, you basically do stuff in the same way until you maybe learn a better way. But like, how does that happen? Especially in somebody who's matchmaking, because they're playing with other people. So Or there might be like very, but you wouldn't do it like that though. You'd make a 511 build. You would make something like, if you're trying to actually challenge yourself or trying to like make it harder, the game for yourself kind of thing. Like you do things like, 511 builds or purple builds like I do them, or like Rossi has a full improvised build. Like actually all the pieces are improvised, but they're still maxed out. So it's more stats than the purple build, but stuff like that. 511 build, make a Lengmo build. That would be, topical as well. But 6-piecing Lengmo or 6-piecing 511 or 6-piecing RNK. But yeah, you don't do it like I think a person buying an account, first of all, any place that's selling accounts will usually like take the accounts and because they usually don't take accounts from people, they actually level the accounts up and then sell them. I don't even know if that's like okay to discuss or anything, but that's how most of them work. They usually don't buy accounts from people. Just because that will lead to, chargebacks or something, or it might have been already a stolen account and you can't kind of check those things. So usually what they do is actually level up the accounts themselves, and then they'll put a few builds on it because they're leveling them anyway. And then they'll go like, okay, these are like the meta builds, here, have it. So it's not even like a bot account, most likely. It's actually a player that kind of has 2.5 hours in this game and has at no time actually took the time to, just even have a look at the systems or anything. Yeah, that's the thing. Like even the worst YouTube build would be superior. Like literally a purple build would like decimate that. I didn't get to. I forgot to. I was rambling so much. I didn't look at the stats at the end, but I have a feeling in that mission, although there was that other guy, I don't actually even know if I inspected him. Like the other two were so out there that it like pushed everything else out. But I felt, especially in the boss room fight, literally every kill was kind of like my kill except the boss. And not like to brag, but it was just annoying because like I had to actually go out of my way to kill everything because I like weakened everything, and then it was like, okay, they'll kill it, I'll go stand by the button, and then nothing else died. But yeah, I've actually likely a pulse of like 120, like like that. Just I'm like hyperventilating. And yeah, if you're interested, the solution is one that, for instance, Ghostwriter is using there is to, at the very least, just go pick other people's builds. For instance, the build collection there. Because that's the thing for him to do. Like, just go copy a striker build for someone else. You obviously know how to like put the pieces in and stuff. Like you know how to recalibrate, because we've seen that before as well. People like 4 or 5K. And they obviously don't know how to recalibrate. Everything is either like not redone or it's like optimized and stuff with no recalibrations on it and stuff. Like we've seen that. But yeah, just copy a striker build and just play it for 2 minutes and go like, wait, this feels like completely like I'm shooting and stuff is actually dying. But yeah, so that was a long rant. You know what? I'm just gonna jump into random matchmaking again because I didn't have enough of it. But I'm gonna do it as explosive build. What I want to do this evening, we'll kind of see how it goes, because actually, it kind of depends on how much time I need for the video. If I really need a lot of time, I'm kind of feel burnt out after that on the rambling. Because also, I'll do the we'll likely do the showcase tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. We won't do it this evening. I'll just use this evening to just play and relax and get most of the global event done on a few of the accounts. But yeah, one of these days we're doing a build showcase. This is going to be one of the builds, the other one with the sacrifice. The sacrifice variant, which like doesn't use Empress. But seeing as the Rambling Talk is going to go up today anyway, so I wouldn't want to do a. If I did the build showcase this evening, I wouldn't put it out tomorrow anyway. So I might as well just move it to Monday. We'll do it on Monday, and I will release it on Tuesday. Yeah, random matchmaking. Let's see what we get. I'm running an explosive build. As long as it's not cool skills can't be on. As long as it's okay-ish team, I just want to get a few explosive thingies in here and just get some explosive.
Making good progress. Take it steady.
That's everybody went booms. I'm like literally looking at my allies and just going. All of them have seekers, and then 2 of them have like other skills that kind of fit.
Hostile protection removed.
There, I'm proud of myself of just like finding that angle where it's like shooting through the door. Oh, it's the invaded variant. I'm kind of curious. We're all around the same SHT level. We're not all of the same knowledge level, though. It's Sunday, of course, as well. Weekend matchmaker. This is not... Leaving out third piece Empress shows that they don't know how that works. I know, that's just a bad way of doing striker. Oh, they touched there? Oh. That's broken. He'll despawn after a while. I can well, he's gonna go, I see. One Oxy is not gonna kill that dude. Also, he's too far away for your Oxy. Looks like. Or is he getting ticks? If he was getting ticks, he would have marked the enemy. Like if he was hitting the damage. So yeah, we'll just wait it out. Actually, I'll go wait it out by the lab. In these New York or the DC missions and the New York missions too, they've
Data you just downloaded and see what we can
like
make of it.
if enemy is stuck in the door, it's likely going to, especially in the missions, it will likely just all despawn after a little bit. In the open world, it's yeah, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you just have to give up or oxy them or find like an angle to oxy them from like below or above or something.
This must be the last of them. Take them down, Agent.
And yeah, with the scaling that happens with because the shield blowing off of enemies actually scales off of the explosive they've been hit with. So these guys just tossing out their seekers at the start is actually detrimental to team. Because if they let me or the other guy running explosive build do it, it just does a ton more damage.
Hostile protection restored.
The game at least is taking pity on me. It's going, here, have a free exotic.
Vital signs critical.
Glad this lady didn't care about me.
Heavy ammunition detected.
Oh. Okay, anybody want to murder a Black Tusk?
Detected.
Free Black Tusk. Can I shoot it?
Hostile protection.
I can shoot him. With the heavy still, I don't know. But don't forget, it's the weekend, of course. For me, it doesn't feel like the weekend because I usually work the weekends. So usually, like, the days after I've worked are like Monday and Tuesday. So it kind of feels like Monday or Tuesday, kind of. But that's not it, of course. It's just that I moved my shifts around a little bit. So I worked Thursday and Friday. Well, we did an invaded mission. So that's that guy. They likely joined late as well. Kind of same like me.
An agent has left your group.
But yeah, that explosive build waveform doesn't belong in explosive builds. Like just don't put it in there. And also third piece Empress if you're already two piecing Empress.
You have left the group.
Skill efficiency
Safe area.
is the best one. Skill efficiency feeds into all 6 yellow stats. So it isn't just another 10 skill damage, which they had basically in like that second piece Hana U. Even if you want to keep the waveform, you just, because the skill efficiency is 10, it's the same as like literally it's as if it's saying sixths, all 6 here. Skill health, skill repair or repair skill, skill damage, skill duration, haste, and status effect. So all 6 of those are plus 10 from that. So especially on a mortar build, which even like benefits a lot from haste as well. Benefits a lot from, well, not a lot from status, but it benefits it. So you're literally leaving damage on the table. Let's go one more heroic. Because yeah, like they'll go for another like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to the hour, basically. We'll leave it there for this afternoon at that point. I'll go do some groceries, eat, make that video. Likely I'll do it while rendering, actually. So I'll do the video first and then go do those things, and then while it's rendering. Upload it. Description it.
Detected, protected hostiles.
Give it a thumbnail.
Black Tusk is already.
Make it go up, likely, or like release it while I'm streaming, which always pisses everybody off. You're like, hey, you can't stream and you can't be streaming and release a video at the same time. And I'm like, watch me. Hold my beer. Hold my uploader. Because I do want that one to go up today. So then, like, likely Monday evening, I will put out the
Detected. Heavy ammunition.
build showcase. And then follow that up with that second piece. I'm going to be likely doing a bunch of videos. Pretty, like... Usually I sometimes have like 8 or 9 days between a video sometimes and stuff. That's likely not going to happen. When this guy dies, we're gonna have spawns. Yeah, this mission is very much both an Eclipse mission and an explosive build mission. I'll grab the chest in the back here, which I don't know why so many people have missed this one. It's like so easy to see, but I quite often see like whole groups going past it and not grabbing it. I feel it's getting more and more like more and more people know about it. And I'm just gonna show that I'm kind of like waiting for you guys. That guy was waiting at the door even, so that's even nicer. I usually go into the corridor. I usually wait right before the trigger point. But yeah, just showing like, hey, I'll wait for you guys, and then hopefully they'll do the same.
Local area network detected.
They won't.
Check any terminals or laptops you find. The more intel we collect,
Is that guy 1K or 7K?
better we'll be able to counter them.
That's not how you engage
Medical assistance needed.
a room. If you're wondering about what I was like pulling faces of, go get set up first. Go let your team get set up first, and then engage.
Hostile protection restored.
You're out of range anyway. You're out of optimal. You're not being you're not making effective use of yourself. You're not letting your allies be effective because, for instance, especially like if you have the Eclipse or something in the group, they benefit a lot from, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and set up here. Next wave all spawn here, of course. Let's put my mortar here-ish, so it's the closest
Encryption protocol detected.
dot.
Back door. Detected.
Yeah, that's one of the things that will come up in the
I hope this encryption is to protect something juicy.
build showcase. The shorter your shot is here, the faster you can fire the mortar. Because yeah, as long as one shot is in the air, you can't fire the next one. Kind of old school, a lot of old school games were like that actually. Like you could only have like 3 shots on screen and stuff. So that's the shorter the range,
Heavy ammunition detected.
the faster you can get mortars out. And yeah, the annoying thing with mortars versus eclipses and stuff is there's a door boundary there. It's a door. any enemy on the other side of the door boundary that isn't all the way out, neither my hive will attack it, nor will my mortar, even if I land it like at the doorway, it will only hit this side of the door, not the other side. Guys, there's more waves. Just keep set up. Like these guys keep going over there and just like looking around. You guys are like 2Ks and a 7K or 6.5K.
Connection remotely terminated.
But yeah, one thing that does go through that door boundary is the grenade launcher. That's really one of the few tools you have for that. And sticky. The sticky does the same. I didn't get a... Oh yeah, actually, I didn't get a chance to go loot. I have enough time. Because there's a key chest back here. I usually go grab it, but I got to talking. This guy will likely give us all a loading screen. Well, not me. Striker, normal, kind of looking. Striker, normal, kind of looking. Striker, normal, kind of looking. Kind of looking. They're all three have like mistakes.
Some of their secrets.
Fenrises and Walker Harrises and stuff like that. Just don't. Go Chesko, go home. Although, don't go home right now. I need you to kill these enemies. Go home later.
Reaches of space. It's irrational to think that our little planet is the only place capable of creating and sustaining life.
Okay, here, for instance, if I could land the mortar into that doorway, like I need to actually them to come out. If I had the MP sticky, I could put that in there, but also I can do this. If they're not coming out anyway. These are juicy moments. What, then land right? There we go. There you can land the mortar in a place where enemies can't get away out of it anyway. And yeah, if you toss your hive anywhere a little bit high, so I always toss it on this thing, it reaches just about.
The ash of a dying star light years away.
I'm just hitting the wall here, so I'm gonna leave my hive behind here. I'm gonna also leave that behind here. I'm gonna shoot that and that because I'm gonna take position there. So then at least already it's gone. Grab the lint. And one of the cool things is like even going up a ladder already, I can actually like aim the mortar and even rezzing and stuff. Like that's actually sometimes useful. Like you need to res someone, a mortar build can kind of do it actually pretty effectively because you can still keep firing your mortar. So if somebody's like walking up on you, you can get them to move. Wait, he's still alive.
For millennia, but we are only now beginning.
How did you go there?
Detected. Heavy ammunition.
But so far, it is the only planet that can support life as we know it. In the vast reaches of
Nice.
space,
I mean, they're waiting, but they're engaging also, like instantly. I mean, here we're in combat anyways. But yeah, wait for your allies. It's always nice. We'll just even make, not even for the tactical benefits, just it'll make people think you're not an asshole.
Heavy ammunition detected.
For an asshole like me, anyway, I can make people think I'm not an asshole. I'll take.
Going for it.
No? Fire.
System malfunctioning.
Ooh, and this is the one place where a grenade launcher really does work really well, which is that disc wave spawns all there. You can bounce it off the wall.
Detected. Heavy
Just
ammunition.
one of the most effective uses of a grenade launcher
years ago,
in the game.
1/3 of the Martian surface could have been covered.
I've put my hive there. I've done my work. I'm gonna go loot. I'm gonna shoot this thing, just in case it's hurting anyone.
Gullies and dried river systems, what appear to be ancient lake beds.
That's a lot of numbers.
Present on the
And yeah, that's when you see those numbers, that's the kind of why this thing is that good with anything that makes the shields explode.
on Mars, large
Is
at the Martian
whenever the shield explodes, it also causes everyone else's shield to explode. So everybody that is like, if there's like 5 people there, every person is making each other's shields explode, and everyone is hitting, like, this person is hitting 4 other people. This person is hitting 4 other people.
Detected.
Sounds promising.
So yeah, it's very, it's a lot.
Heavy ammunition detected.
I'll use that. I'll leave my hive downstairs. They'll spawn from that door in a second. I'll get this chest. Hey, a detox white death. I'll take that. I don't know if I need it, but I'll take that. I'll leave my turret down there. My hive is gonna get that full. Unless there's a mini dog or something. Speaking of, yeah, the fastest way down is through here. You just jump into the fire. I didn't mean to jump into fire.
Trauma detected.
I did. I'll get the objective already. Once that dog dies, the next wave will spawn. Which is down here.
Detected. Heavy ammunition. Hostile protection now.
Using a few grenades here because I'll get more anyway.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
But heavy is other people's problems.
Hostile restored protection.
Secure the final hall. Maybe you'll find a terminal there.
System restored.
Oh, again. Yeah, let's go grab it. I'll need it. Well, that's just a 10 seconds. But we might go in faster. Here, they actually should go in. Like, I'm gonna let both of them go in. Man, you needed like one more.
Popping up these assholes and let's see what we can find.
Because there's a... Here, it doesn't start till everybody's in. So, it's actually of benefit
Detected. Heavy
to...
ammunition.
For 3 people to go in, get set up, and then when the 4th one steps in, then, like, the wave starts. You can get set up and like. How long is my mortar? Hello, mortar? It's triggering in sync in between.
Hostile restored protection. Detected.
There's some grenade launcher left.
It's probably bricked, but check out the server just to be sure.
3 people shooting at the mini tank.
Format cancelled.
Obviously has no owner.
0%.
Hurts my soul.
I'll send the data you were able to recover to our tech
Death
team
padding.
in case. The museum is secure. Well done. Here's hoping we
Because
can.
that mini tank is gonna deconstruct on its own. Like there's no need to shoot it. Absolutely isn't. I'll be top damage here. Explosive build with Hollywood here is unbeatable. Like you can't even try. As stated.
An agent is no longer in your group.
And I even missed the first room. I don't know if like others did, but of course that's not skill or anything. I mean, there's a bit knowing the spawns and stuff. So, but that's just the global event is very strong for
An agent has left your group.
for it.
Another agent has been promoted to group.
Oh, let me get you up here. Bigger build. What's your opinion about the Heartbreaker set if you want to run DPS, or do you prefer another build? So for DPS, like you mean full red.
Detected.
As a full red, a striker is Heartbreaker but better. Heartbreaker has the thing, of course, that it can like have that bonus armor and stuff. But if you're going full red, the thing is that the annoying thing is that also chest talents are kind of better than backpack talents because sometimes you can make them more consistent. Although, of course, a red Heartbreaker with its bonus armor can make vigilance work, kind of, but obliterate is kind of the same consistency anyway. And then you can, on top of that, go chest striker. And just striker in general, both doesn't need the pulse, doesn't need to be locked into technician, kind of because of that pulse, and also can be any. And on top of that, it just does like 15% more damage. and has basically the same mechanic. As Obliterate, it does 50% more damage. So as it's basically the same gameplay, and then it's just better. In other uses, so what I really like Heartbreaker for is Heartbreaker tech tanks, especially. So there I feel like they have, because yeah, you can't have a memento without the loss of its bonus. Its bigger bonus here is in the chest. Of course, the backpack on Heartbreaker like is just the bonus armor. But of course, for Striker, it's the other way around. You really want to have the backpack first, and then you can have the chest on top of that. But for instance, for tech tanks that kind of want to have that memento, it actually works well. And of course, with its bonus, the armor mechanics and stuff kind of leads into this kind of stuff. But this, of course, isn't the full red. This is not the same playstyle as a full red. Doesn't do the same damage as a full red or anything like that. It's... But I feel this kind of stuff is more the use case for Heartbreaker, because as a red, it's just a worse striker. It's just purely a worse striker, really, as a pure red. The bonus armor isn't enough to make any difference, and it's just 15% behind, really. Because the thing is as well, usually that people go to is like, okay, it's 15% behind, but you can put a Kingbreaker on it, making up for like 10%-ish kind of things, and you can run flatline and stuff. Nothing stopping you from putting Kingbreaker and Technician on a striker as well. So... what can you build for 60% crit chance and 187 crit damage? That sounds like a high-end red. Like a high-end red is usually 60 crit chance. And 183 crit damage with the crit damage mod on the weapon is 183 usually. Although actually, well, with Elmo it's even higher, actually. That's usually with high-end weapons. Because also just trying to reach a specific crit chance, crit damage numbers or something, or trying to get really high crit damage and stuff isn't really how the game really works out well, in most cases. If you can, for instance, the thing what Striker really does well is diversifying its multipliers, so you can have, you have a really big multiplier just from the set itself, which is kind of what makes it OP. Because if you want to like cap out crit damage, like there are builds that like even without really trying, like really can go much higher than 200s and stuff. For instance, actually, let me, where is it actually? Where is that old piece of shit? Like if you're kind of looking at like what can you do if you go really high crit damage, although it's not recommended because you're much better off putting in multiple multipliers. Looking at that browser, let me move this to that other browser then. Boink. Is this where you get like, if you go crazy with it, you can get that 259 crit damage. Although at that point you're just making bad choices. 239 is kind of what this build goes up to, but even at 239, you're better off putting a Fox's Prayer, dropping down that crit damage a little bit, and like just not making bad choices like this. This is just a joke build basically, but just for like trying to get the reasonable crit damage numbers, and then of course Backfire goes into like insane amounts because it does 200 if you consider it full, but yeah. Considering it full, it means that you're considering 11 seconds to like just, not have existed. Because, well, 11, it's even longer than that. It's like 16 seconds or something like, right? To stack it up on strikers even, I think, I remember calculating it out at some point. But yeah, you basically at that point are considering that time to have not existed. And you have your full red, that's, I mean, depending on actually 726 is usually full red once you, because yeah, I'm looking at it. Right? Full, or actually, or are all my reds now Is this also like showing? Oh, that's a memento. No, it's 726. Yeah, but yeah, this one is higher. Even with well, all yellow is basically the same as all red, but this has only this plus 11 here. Because yeah, this is 805 with plus 11s. Actually, this doesn't have anything at 726. But then, yeah, that's likely the watch. The discrepancy there. You know what? We've hit 6 o'clock. I should go and make that video. I'm basically just postponing that at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Let me find a place for you fine ladies and gentlemen to be sent to. As I'll use it to raid someone. Let's see who's up. Most of the regulars I've noticed yesterday also weren't around. I think, well, I see Otter is up. We might do them if they are. Doing anything. Sometimes they're on full English. Sometimes they're kind of on English. So we'll send everybody there. Sometimes they're on full German with some speedrunning things. So I would feel kind of. But also he's the best target. Yeah. So enjoy your time with him. I'll be back around 9ish, which is 9ish my time, which is 3 hours from now. Refreshed hopefully, and we'll do an evening, although likely we'll just go farming and grinding, and I likely won't go into PTS anymore, just because I had my fill. I feel I've gotten everything I needed to know from PTS, except really playing a lot on it and getting some, you know, seeing if the performance and stuff is really better. But I also just don't want, yeah, I'd rather just assume that that it is like that, and hopefully it'll get implemented. I already seen issues with incursion propping up. But yeah, I'm gonna send everybody to Otter. Say hi for me. Enjoy your time there. If you are around in a few hours, feel free to, if you enjoyed me here, to come back and poke in as well. Grind out some more. We'll do the bounties on this account and stuff. But yeah, enjoy. And usually I always, of course, sign off with have a good night, but that makes no sense here unless it is nighttime for you, but then have a good night. For the rest of us, have a good day, and hope to see you in a bit. Have fun.